Jedi. I'm actually really glad that you are here. I mean, I'm always glad you're here, but I'm really glad you're here because I could really use your help. Let me know if the volume is okay, if it's too loud, if it's too quiet, if I should be louder, or if I should be more quiet. I'm so excited for this. Actually, you know what? I can just put it on the scene right now. I'm thinking about it. There we go. Oh, and I do apologize. It is cold out, so you will be hearing my heater in the back. If you hear the hissing or clanging, that is a heater in a very old house. Go. All right. This looks okay. And I think it sounds okay. If I am wrong, Jedi, feel free to let me know if something needs to be louder or quieter. I will be here for that. So this is a visual novel called The Cooking Club. It's prologue and first chapter. I'm a little quieter. Okay, that's good to know. Hang on, I'll bump the music up a little bit. Okay, that's as loud as I can get without turning the music down. So let me know and I can turn the music down instead. Yeah, just keep me posted. So, the first chapter came out last night. I have been looking forward to this for a little bit now. I'm very, very excited about it. Yeah, I don't really want to preamble too much. Let's, music could go down? Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. It's fine. Honestly, I can probably, you know what? Hang on, no, I remember seeing a different streamer do this, and so it will help me do this, maybe. Is that better, Jedi? There we go. I have not played this yet, so hopefully if... Okay, perfect. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Let's get started. Oh, okay. Before we begin, press space or enter to progress the game forward. Give it a try now. You got it. Nice job. Thanks. And welcome to the Cooking Club. As a minor disclaimer, we are still kicking some of these bugs and script spelling mistakes in the butt, so if you spot any, let us know. I do know that. I know a couple of places where there might be a little bit of a hiccup or two, but nothing egregious. It should be fine. The Cooking Club is also a fully voice-acted visual novel. Did you know that? I did know that. If you're streaming, I am, and want to voice the game yourself, simply turn the sound dial down in your menu. Such a pro gamer. I know, I can hit space and slash or enter. Wow. We're like really doing this thing, you know? We know it should be the voice one, but it doesn't work. It's okay. So, want to voice act yourself? Simply turn it all the way down. Just remember that if you do that, there won't be sound effects. It's a very double-edged sword, and it's taken us nearly 4 months to get even close to fixing this problem. RIP. Also, ensure the music volume is set to the halfway point. I don't remember what I set mine to. hang on. Can we cheat? Oh, I see. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We'll set that to the halfway point, and then we'll just bump it a little bit over here to make up for that. And I believe that should be good. Fingers crossed. We will see. Just trust us. Trust it. Especially if you like being able to hear things. I do sometimes. Kind of depends on what things. Also, make sure to full screen too. It is absolutely full screen, I promise. Wait, what? You are streaming or recording, aren't you? Yes, I am. I can feel it in the code. Okay. Hi, chat. Jedi, the developer says hi. I like to hear things like, oh, thank you, Jedi. You're so sweet. Hey, how are you? One day I'll learn how to turn that down. That hasn't happened yet, and it's probably not going to for a while because I think it's kind of funny. At some point I do need to put the alert box somewhere. Forgot about that. Sorry, Jedi. Sorry, Jedi. That was so loud. It's always been ridiculous loud, and no matter how many times I've toyed with it, cannot get it to stop. I'm gonna have to sit down one of these days and like really try to fix it. Thank you for the follow. Oh. You know, it would help if we saw the alert box. Sorry about that. And Studio Z, back to back. Thank you so much for the follow. That is the Devin chat. How you doing tonight, Ducky? Or do you prefer going by a different name? Let me know. We're very accommodating. Or if it's YouTube, it's not, but it will be later. Hi, YouTube. The VOD will be on. Or if it's both. ChatTube, cute. What, think I'm bluffing? No, I know you're not. You're streaming on OBS Studio, right? Kinda. Streamlabs, it's close enough. Just woke up and opened my Twitch and was like, so I'm playing? I'm playing. I'm doing well, just silently lurking. Yeah, feel free. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you for hanging out. At least I hope you are. I am. Maybe it's just an app you have open but aren't using. Hold on, I've got something for you. Oh no. Check your desktop real quick. I'm so scared. Why am I checking my desktop? Go on, I'll wait. Sorry, didn't mean to move that. There we go. That's the screen you see when your PC loads. If it's not there, you should probably check the game's files. Yes. Probably played. I did. See you. Kipper. Thanks, Ducky. Appreciate you. Hope you like the Bee Movie. Yeah, so for context, it is the entire script of the Bee Movie. It's a very good Bee Movie script. Anyway, just a silly trick. I promise I'm not actually haunting your PC. You better not be. Yet. Okay, well. Before we begin, what is your name? Oh, come on now. You know my name. Anyways, shall we get this show on the road? You don't have to say anyways. Prologue. Here we go. Okay, Jade. I know you're worried. Worried? What? Who said? I'm not. Your grades, Jade, they haven't been the best, have they? Well, I guess. Your gaze drifts toward the nearby window, eyes lingering on the corridor beyond as if it might offer an escape. And your attendance hasn't exactly been stellar either, has it? Oh no, this is my literal nightmare. Here we go! I got bullied via my computer. Jedi, you're getting bullied via stream. Just to even the score. It's fine. I have a valid reason for that. I swear. You flail your hands a little as you speak, huffing as you struggle to piece together what's quickly becoming a very unconvincing excuse. So does every other kid that walks through my doors, Jade. And every single time, it's always a pretty lame excuse. I mean, your report card. Do I really have to quote it here? You told Miss Suzuri that you were 40 minutes late to your first period because... Mr. K looks dumbfounded as he looks down at your report card, simply at a loss for words before his eyes finally meet yours again. Jade. Really? What? I was being honest. Because Windows updated my laptop alarm clock for 47 minutes straight. You know what? That's kind of relatable and understandable. Oh, hello. Really? It's not my fault. Microsoft just... Sorry, you're gonna hear the fucking heater. My bad. It's not my fault. Microsoft just decided I needed a life update, I guess. You give a half smile, but Mr. K doesn't return it. He pinches the bridge of his nose like he's heard every excuse in the book. And maybe even a few of them has written a few of them himself. You know, Jade, if there were a prize for creativity, you'd be top of the class. So... A plus, then? Don't push your luck. Mr. K sighs, setting the report card down on his desk with a soft thump. His eyes linger on it for a moment longer before shifting back to you. Okay, I don't know about you, but I was that kid that got a pleasure to have in class and then, like, almost failing. It was a really fun double. Look, I'm not here to roast you. The truth is, this is your final year. These grades, your attendance, whether you like it or not, they're going to matter more than excuses about alarms and updates. Hi, Boo. How are you? Yeah, I know. And I'm not saying you're doomed. Not yet. But if we keep going on like this, well, I don't want you looking back with regrets. So many nightmares today. He leans back in his chair, folding his arms as though weighing his next words carefully. So here's what we're going to do. I think it'd be best if we start with a little orientation quiz. Quiz? Seriously? Don't worry, it's not math or science. Think of it as a way for me to learn more about you. Your strengths, your weaknesses, how you think. If I know more about how your brain ticks, maybe I can help steer you onto a path that makes sense for you. Sounds like a trap. If it is, it's the friendliest trap you'll ever be caught in. Besides, it might even help you figure out a few things about yourself. He slides a slim folder across the desk towards you. Its cover is stamped in bold black letters. Orientation quiz. Rom, hello! How are you? Liz! Hello, my loves! How are you guys doing? Inopportune Microsoft updates are the bane of my existence. So relatable. Also, welcome back to streaming. Thank you. This was not originally the planned return stream, but it's the one you're getting. Take it seriously, Jade. You might be surprised where it leads. Hydrate or dihydrate. Thank you, boo. Got my water right here. How's work going, Liz? It's doing okay? I hope. Alright. You have lost heating privileges. Hang on, I'm gonna go turn off my radiator. I'll be right back. Liz is the hardest worker, ever, as far as I'm concerned. Do I at least get partial credit if Windows tries to update me halfway, though? Through, not though, sorry. If Windows shows up in your answers, I'm sending your results straight to Microsoft Tech Support. Despite the stern look on his face, you couldn't help but notice there was a trace of humor buried underneath Mr. K's words. Maybe it was the way his lips twitched, like he was fighting back a grin. Or maybe it was just the fact he even entertained your excuse instead of throwing you straight into detention. Yay! I really do apologize for how absolutely god-awful loud that is. Hello, Star Power! Thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Ah, the jump scare follow alert. How I missed thee. Oh, you are lucky that we haven't gotten a raid. Do you remember what that sound is? Do we remember? I remember. Oh, did I skip something? Hang on. Go back real quick. There we go. The guy might have been going through what people politely call a midlife crisis. His tired eyes and ever-present coffee mug hinted as much, but at least he still knew how to crack a joke. Now, you don't have to do this at home or on your own time. If you'd rather, we can sit here and get it done right now. No distractions, no excuses, no Windows updates. You're really not letting that go, are you? Quick, someone go live. I mean, good luck. Have fun. Good luck. Have fun. Hello, hydrate victim number 4. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm more than happy with that. Because I'm usually the one aggressively bullying my friends into hydrating on their streams. Not a chance. I'm framing that story for the staff lounge later. He leans back slightly in his chair, folding his arms as if he's already settled in for the long haul. Oh, wow. Okay, everybody else hydrate, and I will... Wow. Did I never put a cooldown on that? That's okay. Got a mason jar of water right here. Thank you for the hydration, both Ducky and Star. Star Power Siphon, let me know if you're okay with going by Star or if there's something else you'd rather be called. Thank you, Rom. I hope that dinner is wonderful. I'm so glad to hear from you. I miss you a lot, and I hope to see you again soon. So what'll it be, Jade? You want to get this orientation quiz over with here and now? You glance at the folder again. The bold black letters on the cover almost feel like they're staring you down. Maybe it was better to rip the bandage off quickly. Fine, let's do it. Right here. Right now. I don't mind what you call me. I go by many names at this point. Fair enough. Good to know. I always check just in case. Good choice. Don't overthink it. Just be honest with your answers. You might learn something about yourself, too. You open the folder, pen in hand. The first question stares back at you like a challenge waiting to be faced. And so, the quiz begins. Here we go. What's your favorite flavor? If you want to call me Pinkus, be my guest. I'll make a note of that. I'll be sure to. My favorite flavor? That really depends on the moment. I guess I'll go with savory, though. I do like savory. Do you like competition? Sometimes. Can't stand when someone surpasses me? Nah, I don't really. I live for the excitement of being better than others. Okay, hang on. I should read these in order. Sorry. I don't like food in general. It's truly a mood sometimes. Oh, yeah. 100%. When my medication is fully kicked in, food is the last thing I think of. Okay, let's see. Do you like competition? Of course. I love getting better and better. Not really. I enjoy the thrill of participating in something bigger than myself. No, I want to focus on the quality of time I spend on whatever I'm doing. Princess of Pride, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? No, I want to focus on the quality of time I spend on whatever I'm competing in. I can't stand when someone surpasses me. I don't care for competitions unless it actually benefits me to win. I live for the excitement of being better than others. I'm like very, I'm very, I don't know. I kind of enjoy competition, but it's not the end of the world when someone surpasses me. I guess maybe this one. I'm going with not really. I enjoy the thrill of participating in something bigger than myself. We love pride round here, partner. What's the hardest part of growing up? Miss out on free time for your favorite hobbies. You have to let go of the past and people you care about. Once you're at the top, you're out of time. Having to go into the world on my own. I have to do hard work and get a job. I don't have my parents or legal help if I fall down. Oh, his full name's Mr. Kirk. We've been calling him Mr. K this entire time. It never occurred to me that he had like an actual name. It would be you have to let go of the past and people you care about. 100%. No more Studio Z front row for you anymore. Rude. Alexander? His first name's Alexander? What do you do when you can't do something? Well, apparently nothing if I can't. Nothing is impossible. I want to find a way. I move on quickly. I refuse to fail. I simply don't waste my time. You don't fail until you stop trying. I want to find a way. What defines a person and their actions? Your experiences, the people around me, how people will remember you. I still don't know. I don't really care. I'll find out every day. What defines a person? Yeah, I mean, it changes, so you find out every day. It's nuanced. Oh. You scribble down your last answer, the final word sliding across the page before you set the pen down with a quiet sigh of relief. Because I meant to voice him as a little joke, but I'm holding off on that. Okay, fair enough. There. Done. Satisfied? Satisfied? Jade, I'm impressed. Mr. K flips through your quiz with an almost surprising attentiveness, nodding slowly at some answers and chuckling softly at others. You took it seriously. More than most kids would, to be honest. That says something. Yeah? Like what? Like maybe, just maybe, you're not as lost as you think you are. And that makes my job a little easier. He closes the folder, looking you in the eye with something resembling genuine pride. You've got potential, Jade. Don't let a late alarm or a few bad grades make you forget that. The warmth in his voice catches you off guard. For a brief moment, Mr. K doesn't look tired or worn down, just proud, like a teacher who still believes in his students. But then, something strange happens. A faint beeping sound cuts through his words. At first, you think it's his coffee machine or maybe the intercom. Mr. K? What's that noise? What noise? The beeping grows louder, sharper, steady and mechanical, like an alarm clock drilling into your skull. Your head starts to pound. The office around you blurs, Mr. K's face warping as if melting into static. Jade, wake. The sound overwhelms everything. The world around you tears away. Your eyes snap open. The ceiling above you is unfamiliar, yet all too real. Your alarm clock blares at your bedside. Hey, Aurora. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? First day of school. Well, not the first day. The first day of your final year. Yeah, that's slightly more accurate. Morning already. Jeez. I actually slept well, but... Wait, what time is it? 8:35. What? 8:35? For reference, school gates typically open at 7 a.m. Your tutor group registration began at 7:30 a.m. and your first lesson would have begun at 8 a.m. You, Jade, are 35 minutes late. Nice one. If I hurry, maybe I can still make it to the end of second period at least. I can't believe I'm late on the first day of school. Daisy would never let me live it. Oh, Daisy! She's gonna kill me. I hope she's not waiting at the school gates. Alright, now we get to figure out how loud the VA sounds are. Let me know. After pushing just about every other student who was skipping on class, dog walker, and mailman out of your way, you made it to Ashridge Academy just in time. Well, not really. You're still late, actually. But hey, new PR? Jeez. Maybe I should join the track team. I beat my record this time. I'm still on time, right? Oh well. Can't get any worse than this. Not foreshadowing at all. Did you have toast in your mouth, though? This is important. I don't know. It wasn't mentioned, so I'm assuming no. At least I can make it before the first period ends.
Well. Look who finally decided to turn up.
I can barely hear that. Can you folks hear that? I can turn it up. You let me know. Sound volume specifically. Oh, I thought it was the voice. Oh, yeah, that's right. It even says it doesn't work. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Xander. Appreciate you. Okay, let's hear it. All right, Daisy. Give me a line. Told you. Foreshadowing. Certain what caused the bug, but the game hates playing the Daisy voice lines and makes it so tiny and quiet. Poor Daisy.
Do you even know what time it is, mister?
How's that? Maybe we turn it all the way up. Slightly better. Okay, hang on. We can do better than slightly better. We can do slightly more slightly better. There we go. Let's give this a shot.
I waited outside for so long, I barely made it in time for class.
Okay. That sounds better to me. What do you folks think? I'm sorry. Really, I am.
You better be. Imagine how stupid I looked.
Better. Nice. Daisy paused, pouting as her eyebrows creased and cheeks puffed out.
Explaining that I was waiting for my dumb best friend to finally roll out of bed.
Hey! I made it here in half the time I did last year.
I was barely able to sneak out of class.
Aw, did you sneak out of class for little old me? Oh. We're reading it again.
I hope you're grateful.
I am grateful. Grateful that you were worried sick waiting for me, so you came all the way here to make sure I made it to school.
Worried? I took pity on you and didn't want to be held responsible if you didn't come to school on time.
Thank you, Daisy. Speaking of class, I'm gonna be late.
Right. Class. Wait. Wait. No. You're late already.
You can feel your lips tighten and your forehead crinkle at the lack of brain cells Daisy actually has. My poor girl. It's a miracle she's made it this far in life. Now I'm really late. Let's hurry. Two of you would quickly dash back inside of Ashridge Academy's hallways, timing your dodges of hall monitors and pesky substitute teachers, until you wound your way back into your classroom, hoping to go unnoticed. Is player character always a boy? Is that the only option? I think so. Yeah, to my knowledge. You tried your best to sneak back into class, but you received some odd and confused glances from your own classmates. No Yuri? I know. No Yuri. Well, we don't know that yet. There's just no Yuri coming from us specifically. Something. Really? Oh, Oh, hell yeah. That sounds lovely. I didn't know that. Fortunately for you, though, everybody was chattering away and your teacher was too busy writing some formula to even see you enter. Well, that was until Daisy attempted to sneak in. You've never heard a door slam so heavily in your entire life. What on earth was... All right, settle down. Oh, Daisy, I see you found the friend you were waiting on outside. So glad you could both join us. I hope you set backup alarms. Cutting it a little close, don't you think? So much for going unnoticed, right?
Ugh. Way to embarrass me.
Me? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Daisy. My bad. Won't happen again.
Yeah, right. You better not snore in class again either.
It was one time. Before we continue, as I mentioned before, though some of you were not present, we have a new student joining us this year. She'll be attending class tomorrow, though you may not see her around the school today. Be sure to give her a warm welcome.
A new student, huh? Interesting. Hey, what do you think she'll be like?
What do we think she'll be like? Cold and strict, cheerful, looking for my replacement already, or I just hope she's not like you? We're going to be optimistic. Cheerful. Cheerful.
Oh, yeah? I hope we get along. Well, we'll see for ourselves tomorrow.
Yay. What about you? What do you think?
Me? Someone that isn't late to school?
Hey! I'm not done yet. As seniors, this is your final year here at Ashridge Academy. You're the top of the food chain, the future, and the legacy of this school. You're all going to grow up and figure out what you want to do with your lives. So today, there's a walkthrough during lunch in the main hall for the different clubs and organizations the school offers. Now is the time to try new things and figure out which direction you're headed, so be sure to check it out. Take the rest of the class time here to sort your schedules and figure out your next class.
Wow. We really are in our last year of high school.
Yeah, I guess so.
That means we'll have to grow up and do taxes and stuff. I don't wanna.
Felt, Daisy, I literally just did mine last week and it sucked. I think before you can even attempt to explain to Daisy that life doesn't quite work that way, doesn't it? The soft ring of an old Nokia, so not soft at all really, begins to blare in the classroom. Multiple students panic, reaching into their bags to make sure their phone was off when your teacher picks his phone up. Oh, sorry, I've been doing a girl voice, whatever. Thank God that wasn't mine. The teacher speaks in hushed tones for a few moments before his eyes dart over towards you. Yeah, I'll send him down.
Him? That's half the class eliminated.
Jade, Mr. K would like to see you in his office. The classmates' chattering suddenly come to a halt.
Ooh. In trouble so soon? That's probably what you get for being so late.
With Daisy's final witty remark about your lateness, you slowly stand with just about everyone watching and make your leave to head to Mr. K's office. Oh, that is my nightmare. And just like the dream you had, remembering back to all those months when you and Mr. K did your orientation quiz before the summer break, you've wound back up inside his office. This room is basically a second home to you. Not that you were a bad student or anything. I think the term teachers use is, troubled. Come on in. Don't just stand out there like a shadow in a horror movie. An interesting way to word it. You slowly step into Mr. K's office. Hi. You wanted to see me? Wanted to see you? Nah, needed to. It's your senior year now. Your last lap around the track. I like to check in with all my people before we kick things off. Make sure you're set for the big year ahead. I guess I'm not really sure how I'm feeling yet. That's fair. Senior year's a lot like the last slice of pizza in the box. You know it's good, but you're already thinking about what comes next. That is not how I handled senior year. Thinking with his stomach as always. Speaking of what comes next, I saw your quiz results from orientation. No wrong answers. Just tells me where your head's at right now. And based on what you wrote... Compassionate. Oh, you guys can't see that. You've got a good heart, but I can see you're thinking a lot about the changes ahead. Growing up doesn't mean losing yourself. It means carrying the best parts forward. Step into the next chapter without fear. Aw. Thanks, Dad. Speaking of pizza, I just ordered some. Hell yeah, Ducky. What'd you get on it? Oh, you know what? Speaking of dads, hey Dad, this one's for you. My dad is like my biggest fan. Him and Ryaki are probably tied. And he has been asking me every once in a while when I'm gonna do another stream because he loves watching the VODs up on YouTube. So Dad, this one is for you. I love you. I hope you're having a good day. Sorry, we're gonna keep going. And hey, while you're here, for the next 40 minutes or so, you suddenly get caught up in another one of Mr. K's rambles and quizzes. Not that you willingly volunteered or even had a choice. Fortunately for you, though, you got to miss your second period. So win in your books. Pepperoni, tandoori chicken, jalapenos, chilies, and some spicy sriracha sauce. Damn, you know how to party. Sounds lovely. Once you and Mr. K say your farewells, he recommends for you to check out the event happening in the cafeteria. Event. Fortunately for you, Daisy was already there, eyeing up some cupcakes on display that was free to take if you checked out the literature club. Not that you ever would, that is. The purple-haired one creeped you out, and the small one had a temper on her, and the long-haired one was just overall unnerving. No idea what they're talking about there. I mean, just listen to them argue.
Monica,
The smaller one shouts.
nobody's even saying they'll join the club. They're just eating the cupcakes.
The purple-haired one just scoffs, running fingers through her hair before muttering something under her breath.
Huh? Say that again.
You don't even know what real literature is, the smaller one says. You can sense an argument coming along, something about mangas or cartoon and yada yada. You decide to slowly walk away from that booth. No, thank you. No literature club for Jade today, which is a shame because I actually really fucking love books. If I were part of, well, no, that's a lie. I was in the drama club, but we didn't have a literature club, all right? It's different.
There you are.
Oh, hi. There you are.
So, what did Mr. K even want with you?
Just a start of the year prep talk, I guess.
Oh, I get it. You're one of his special projects now, huh?
I love this music. I don't know what that means, but probably.
This is always my favorite part of the year. So many clubs, so much free stuff and candy. Zero chance I'll actually commit to any of them.
She's swindling them. As you roll your eyes at Daisy, you realize that a pretty-looking sporty girl is staring directly at the two of you. Normally, this is where you would quickly scatter away like a pair of raccoons caught diving into a trash can. But unfortunately for you... Listen, in this day and age, if a kid reads exclusively manga, I'm just happy they can read. You right, Jedi. The music in the release trailer is actually a little teaser to a track I made for a specific date scene. Oh, I can't wait to see it. You've already made eye contact. Shit.
Hey! You there! Yes, you!
Okay, yeah, that voice is much clearer. Ugh, crap. Me?
Yep, you. Come here. I've got something for you. Oh no. What is this girl doing?
Hi, Lantern. How you doing? Shouting, Daisy. She's shouting. Somebody called Captain Obvious because his sidekick, Little Miss Obvious, is on the loose. That was mean. I didn't mean that. You and Daisy approach the table and look down. The table is scattered with an assortment of hand-drawn leaflets and a promotional material. A majority of it is stained in cake batter. You don't dare to pick them up. But hey, look! Tacos! Daisy's already drooling, isn't she?
Try it.
try it? I'm good, thanks. The Daisy slander is crazy. But this is very much that's my best friend and I can say whatever, like, I can be mean to her, but if anybody else does it, they're dying. It's the best friend dynamic. It's a little achievement coming up. If you'd like to get it, you specifically don't shake. Oh, yes, was it Aurora's stream that happened in? Because I watched someone do this. Okay.
She made me do this too.
Oh, no. You take a bite. We're gonna say it's amazing, because I actually have no idea what it tastes like, so I think if I say it's amazing, then it will taste amazing. That's how this is going to work. This is amazing.
I know. I made it myself. So, you're joining, right?
Wait, what?
Come on! It's fate! You got taste buds and an open schedule. Probably.
I don't know. Across the cafeteria, you spot Mr. K watching from a distance, smiling, knowingly. That's creepy. Not creepy at all. Exactly! Fine. I'll join.
Well, I'm not letting you suffer alone. I guess I'm in too. Yes! That's what I'm talking about!
Evelyn. It feels rude to not shake her hand, right? Getting ready to start reading mine. Ooh, what book did you get? That feels rude. That feels rude. I don't want to not shake her hand. It loops back, don't worry. All right. We're doing it and I'm gonna feel bad about it. You take a moment and stare at her hand before your lips crease. You don't know where those hands have been. You think teenagers have basic hygiene? Well, we're a teenager too. What are you talking about? Yeah, right. I'll pass. But sadly, you don't have a choice. Gotta touch that slimy hand one way or another. Okay. Well, now that you've made it so appealing... Alright, fine. Nice to meet you. Got the first 3 books in a series called the Ronin Saga. That sounds cool. Didn't shake her hand? She hasn't got germs, you know? Everyone has germs! What are you talking about? Everyone has germs.
Welcome to the cooking club. Oh, I'm Evelyn, by the way. The redheaded girl and my accomplice in crime. That's Akemi.
Hi, Akemi. And just like that, you probably made one of the most stupid mistakes of your life. Normally, you wouldn't cave to peer pressure like this, but you knew Mr. K would have chewed you out in your next meeting if you shoved her off. So, here we are. It's a fantasy series, I've heard about it. And why? Ooh, New York Comic Con last year? I'm gonna have to look into it. That does sound really cool. No backing out now. What have you done? Eventually, Evelyn guided yourself and Daisy, alongside the red-headed girl who didn't really speak much, to the second floor of the school's complex. She asked enough questions to make you think she worked for the local law enforcement.
Do you play sports much? What about class? What are your grades like? Good? Oh, what about...
Yeah, torture, I know. Eventually, you're led into a classroom. You'd think it's your stereotypical maths room, but it seems like the school provided some portable hobs and microwaves? I guess this was a dying club. They weren't going to use the school's main home economics teaching room. 4 people doesn't warrant a proper health and safety, I suppose. Well, it was 2 before we joined, so...
Welcome to the heart of it all, the Cooking Club. Home of flower explosions, culinary disasters, and sometimes actual food.
This is insane. Why would you? Yeah, was it the Hobbs or the maths that gave it away, Jedi? Got a small, like, 80-page mini book set in the universe, and I loved it. Didn't want to spend. Yeah, that's so fair. That's usually what I use the library for, and then if I love it enough that I can't, like, I don't want to give it back to the library, then I go buy it. Maths for sure? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Sounds reassuring.
This place feels bigger than I remember.
You've been here before?
Oh, not really. Just walked past it a few times. I didn't think it was actually this lively.
As Daisy continued to explain that she was inadvertently actually spying on clubs, you spotted the red-headed girl in the corner of your eye. She seemed distant.
Akemi! Look alive! We've got new members!
Oh, she looks so nervous.
Hi.
Hey?
Hello?
Got the first 3 books for $22. That's... Oh, I love stuff like that. Good for you.
Don't let her fool you. She's happier than she looks.
Uh-huh. 2 plus 2 equals 4 is also the extent of my math abilities. Thank you, Liz. Akemi just stares blankly. It's actually mildly terrifying.
I wouldn't go that far.
You'll get used to her. Anyway, since you're here, let me explain what we're about.
Okay, Akemi, I relate to you on a spiritual level.
This isn't just about recipes and practice. Food is more than that. It's memories. It's comfort. It's something you can share no matter who you are. I want this club to be a place where people can belong, where they can find joy, or maybe just a hot meal when they need it.
Aww.
That's actually really sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize you thought about it that way. I mean, we just met her 5 minutes ago, so I don't think you had the ability to do that anyway.
Of course I do. And that's why I need to know what you can bring to the table.
What do you mean?
You've joined the cooking club, which means you've got to cook. Show us what you've got.
Oh god. I wasn't really expecting to...
No excuses. Everyone's got some hidden kitchen skills, even if it's just boiling noodles. Come on, let's see what you can do. Consider this initiation.
That's okay. I got you.
This is going to be a disaster, isn't it?
I am not as bubbly as Evelyn, but I can fill when I need to. For some odd reason, Evelyn's line here can make the game crash. That's so odd.
If it is, I'm not cleaning it up.
Evelyn grins and she pulls out a tray, setting it down on the counter in front of Jade. Daisy hovers at the sidelines, equal parts amused and concerned. Why don't you have to do this? Kemi watches from her seat, pen tapping lazily against her notebook as she watches from the distance.
All right, rookie. Time to prove yourself.
I think it was just pieces of the script. The game can bug trying to load specific audio file, and if it can't, it'll just normally not play it at all. Interesting. I've never made a game, so I don't know anything about it. The lights dim.
All right, rookie. Here's how this works. You'll choose 2 ingredients and a cooking method. Depending on your choices, the results could be delicious, decent, or a total disaster. Ready? Let's go!
What lies before you are 4 options that Evelyn has provided. A ripe tomato, a block of mature cheddar cheese, a piece of chocolate, and a chicken breast. Is this real? Is this really a cooking club? Well, I guess take your pick. What's cool about this book? They have a glossary at the end of about 20 pages. I love when books do that. When they like go through the effort of not just building their own world, but giving you like a glossary so that you can get fully immersed in that world. I love that. That is some A tier shit. Can we blow up the kitchen? Blow up the kitchen. Okay, pick your first ingredient. I don't know if we can blow up the kitchen. If we do, chocolate's gonna be the thing to do it though, right? Do we want to like actually put effort into making a decent meal, or do we want to just like try to set something on fire? What do we think, chat? I'll leave it in your hands. What I'll also do is send you the little concept art booklet. Yay! I would love that. Let's violate OSHA? Alright. We're minors, so like we won't get in trouble for this. Kind of surprised it's that long of a glossary, TBH. That just means that they put a lot of thought and effort into their world, I think. Except for myself. Sandra, I would love to. Chicken and chocolate. Delicious. Yeah. Let's go chocolate. For some odd reason, you decided to grab the chocolate. Oh, sha. Evelyn raised an eyebrow. You put it on the table, girl. I think this is a mistake. Too bad. We could do chicken, but do you know what sounds absolutely horrible to my palate because I care a lot about mouthfeel? Cheese. You grab the cheese. Raw is the only way that we could possibly save this, so we simply can't do that. We're gonna boil it. You create something so novel that no one can even describe it. Literally. I physically can't describe this. That's how bad it is. You're welcome. After trying your so-called best, a dish now sits finished on the counter in front of you. Yay! Evelyn, Daisy, and Akemi gather to see the result. The room grows quiet as the others lean forward, waiting to see what you've created. Sorry. I'm so sorry, girls.
Whoa, stop! Don't serve that! You'll poison us!
I think it's still smoking.
That's impressive in his own way.
Thank you, Akemi. An eldritch abomination dish. Is it moving? Evelyn claps her hands together and grins at you. It feels forced, though.
All right, rookie. Official verdict? You're in. Consider yourself an official member of the cooking club.
That is crazy. She's like, well, we could turn them down responsibly, or, you know, we could double our members. Your Discord status? What have you done? I've had that Discord status up for a hot minute. Just like that?
Just like that.
Ugh.
You showed up, you cooked, and you survived.
Barely.
That's all the initiation you need.
Wrong. So you violated OSHA. But you're in. Evelyn turns towards Daisy, her smile turning back into a beaming grin.
And you. You're not getting away easily either. You're part of this now, too.
She didn't have to do anything.
Huh? Wait, I never said I...
Evelyn laughs.
Too late. You already helped today. That makes you an accomplice.
Accomplice is definitely the word that I would use.
Welcome aboard.
Daisy sighs, looking at you with a smug smile.
I guess I don't have a choice, do I?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, sorry, Evelyn. Evelyn pulls you and Daisy closer, forcing you both into a very uncomfortable group hug. This is the closest you've probably been to a woman that wasn't your mom or back in 5th grade. What happened in 5th grade? Though, something feels wrong. Daisy was complicit in this horror, and must also be held accountable for it. Was she, though? I mean, like, nobody stopped me, sure, but neither did the other two. You glance towards Akemi, who is lingering at the edge of the counter. Her gaze seems to be drifting towards the door. You realize how she shifts uncomfortably in her seat and brushes the edge of her notebook with her finger. Akemi? Before you'd think she would look up at you and respond.
I'm going to step out for a bit.
Oh, okay. Daisy wanted the Of course she did. Without further explanation, she walks towards the door and stares at the floorboards beneath her.
Huh? Oh! She does that sometimes. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Uncertain if you ever saw the Tales books we published. They might help. I did. I was in... I'm so sorry, I feel awful. I can't remember if it was Aurora or Clunia who read them, but I was there when they were read. I do like this idea of going in, though, because this way, like, MC kind of has... I have the same knowledge as MC does. Aurora, thank you. It was you. It was you. I'm so sorry, Aurora. My memory's, garbage.
Well, yeah, but she seemed kind of down.
Something about the way Akemi left nags you, so without thinking, you make an excuse. I, should probably check on something real quick. Be right back. You awkwardly smile at Daisy, who seems more confused than you were at your own pathetic excuse to leave.
Alright, don't be too long. Daisy and I will hold down the fort.
Oh, God. You look back at the two as your hand hovered on the door handle. You see Daisy and Evelyn slip back into an easy chatter back at the counter. With that, you take your leave. Time to find Akemi. You slowly shut the door to the club room behind you as you try to figure out where Akemi went. I mean, maybe the bathroom? No, you can't follow her to the bathroom. That's a one-way trip to your final year as the perv guy. Yeah, scratch that. As you walk down the stairs and debate where Akemi could have possibly gone to, you realize that she's walking down the hall right in front of you. Now, isn't that just a stroke of luck? In your most sneakiest of ways, which isn't sneaky at all, you silently tail Akemi, whose footsteps seem to be... light? As if she was trying not to make it obvious where she was going. Did she think she was being tailed? Maybe she didn't trust Evelyn yet and thought she watched where she went? It was hard to say. Eventually, Akemi comes to a stop outside of the nurse's office and does a quick scan before entering. Fortunately enough for you, she didn't look behind her. The nurse's office? What's wrong? Shoot. I must look like such a nosy creep right now. You hesitate in the hall. Muffled voices leak through the door. The steady and practiced tones of the school nurse and Akemi's much lighter and swift clipped replies. Though, being the nosy creep that you are, you didn't seem to realize that her visit to the nurse was actually ending pretty quickly. And by the time the door opens and Akemi steps out, wham! Akemi walks straight into you and nearly trips. Before she can apologize to the student who she thought was entering the nurse after her, she comes to the realization that it's none other than nosy creep Jade. I'm sorry, Akemi, I'm sorry.
You? Why were you following me?
What will you say? I was worried about you. I wasn't following. I just happened to be here. I thought maybe you forgot where the club was. I don't really know. Instinct, I guess. I was worried about you. I was worried about you.
Me? Ugh, no need to worry about me, idiot.
Okay, well, you sure? You seem to leave without any warning.
Either way, that's a weird answer.
Akemi sighs, tucking her notebook under her arm as she starts walking back toward the club. You quickly follow after.
Don't read too much into it. I just have to see the nurse sometimes. Routine stuff.
Fair. Routine stuff. Oh, drop it.
Yeah. Think of it like maintenance. Not everyone works perfectly, you know.
Just punch her in the back of the head. I'm tired of this. Me? Her voice was quieter this time. Her eyes looked at the floor, purposely avoiding your gaze.
Anyways, it's not like I'm about to kneel over. You don't have to babysit me.
I wasn't...
But thanks, I guess.
The silence between the two of you isn't heavy, it's cautious, like words balancing on the edge of something unsaid. The two of you begin to make your way back towards the club room, until a certain counselor runs towards you, out of breath and out of shape, felt. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Perfect timing. Mr. K? What's wrong? That was my first thought too, Star. That was my initial thought. Was robot. Nothing's wrong, nothing at all. In fact, I've got a favor. There's a new student who just transferred here, and I'd like you to give her a proper tour. Think of it as leadership practice, you bullshitter. In other terms, I want to chat up the hot English teacher by the water cooler. A tour? Now? There goes her romance route. Exactly now. She's waiting in the office. Come on. You glance back at Akemi. She waves you off with a small flick of her wrist.
Go on. Duty calls.
Apparently. Before you could apologize, Mr. K ushers you down the hallway
Hope
at a
you're
rapid
doing
speed.
well.
Hi, Sean. Thank you so much for the resub. How are you? I have missed you. I've missed all of you. I'm doing very well. How are you? Mr. K pushes open the door to an empty club meeting room. Sunlight filters through the tall windows, catching dust mites in the air. A lone figure stands at one of the desks, posture straight, hands folded neatly in her lap. Isabella? Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's no trouble.
Muddling through it all, felt. Wonderful, wonderful. This here is one of our best students. Reliable, helpful, sharp as a tack. He'll give you a quick tour of the school so you don't get lost on your first day. You liar. Mr. K pats your shoulder firmly, grinning like he's just solved the world's problems. You really are becoming one of his projects. Or tools. Best student might be pushing it. Don't be modest. All right, I've got 3 more first day fires to put out, so I'll leave you two to it. Without waiting for a reply, Mr. K waves and hurries out the door. Great. What will you say? That's okay. We can do it. Yep, stick with me. No. Don't worry, I'll make it quick. You probably just want to get settled in. I'll try not to get us lost. No promises, though. Daisy reminds me of Imuatori. What game is that from? We're going with Don't Worry. Yes, that would be ideal. I see you're not the conversationist type. The quicker I learn where to go, the quicker I can get out of your hair. That sounds fair, no? Isabella stares at you before sighing, brushing her skirt down before facing you. Her smile is polite, but there's a cool distance in her tone, as if she's just weighing every word.
Well then, shall we begin?
I got pretty close. This was going to be a long tour. So, where do you want to go?
Oh, shouldn't you already have a plan? A proper student of this academy would know all the best places to take someone.
I just got told this was happening 2 minutes ago. Time to play defense. Isabella is already on the attack, and the two of you have only just met. Talk about feisty. I mean, I have a few ideas, but I thought I'd ask you what you'd prefer. Isabella nods and briefly smiles.
Clever answer. But it sounds like stalling. Surely you've scouted the grounds by now, haven't you?
It's fine, just riz her up. I meant I thought I got pretty close impersonating her voice. Scouted, sure, but it's different when you're with someone else. I wanted to make it good for you. Isabella blinks twice before a slight twinge of red blossoms over her face. Yeah, why on earth would you word it that way?
You talk as if that isn't exactly what you're supposed to say. Still, perhaps I'll let you prove it.
So far, so good. What will you say? Don't get used to me complimenting you. No. Careful, if you keep blushing like that, people will think we're on a date. No. So where do you want to start? Yay! Asexual icon. Me in the building. Straight to business, hmm? At least one of us is serious about this. Someone has to be. Fair enough. Then, surprise me. I love an asexual option. I will find one. I will burrow into the code and make one myself. Whatever you said, it was enough to keep Isabella following along without complaint. The two of you walked in silence for a few moments, the air oddly charged. She kept her eyes on you, as if waiting for your next move. I think I know a place you might like.
Oh, and what would that be?
Her brows knit together, suspicion flickering in her gaze. There's a club I think you should check out.
A club? You're already trying to pawn me off on strangers.
Oh, she looks so cute when she smiles. Not exactly. I thought it might suit you.
Suit me. And why would that be?
She sounded half curious, half challenging. It's the cooking club. Isabella froze, her expression shifting in an instant. The warmth, the teasing tone, it all vanished like smoke. She straightened her posture, her voice suddenly sharp and cold.
Take me there, now.
No smile, no blush, just pure, cutting seriousness. You weren't sure whether to be impressed or terrified. By the time you and Isabella reach the cooking club, the air feels heavier, somehow. Her footsteps are crisp, deliberate, echoing down the hall until you push the clubroom door. Evelyn looks up from the counter, still grinning wide, until she notices who you've brought with you.
Oh, what's this? The rookie brought a guest already?
Wait, isn't she?
Daisy practically gasped, her eyes opening widely as if some world-class celebrity just walked through the doors. Evelyn elbows Daisy playfully, but Daisy's gaze flickers between Isabella and you with a nervous squint. Was she trying to tell you something?
Well, don't just stand there. Introduce us.
Isabella steps forward on her own, her chin tilted ever so slightly upward.
Isabella Castell, transfer student.
Castell. Weird. That sounds like a familiar last name. Well, not foreshadowing anything at all, is it? Her tone is precise, almost businesslike. She doesn't bow, doesn't fidget, just stares the two of them down like she's reading a dossier.
Wow. Formal.
A transfer, huh? Well, hey, that's perfect. Always room for more in the cooking club.
Isabella's lips twitch, but she doesn't smile. If anything, her eyes flick briefly to you as if to say, "This is it?" Before you can say anything else, Akemi steps back into the clubroom, her usual calm demeanor intact.
Oh?
Her eyes immediately land on Isabella, and she pauses, taking in the composed figure standing in front of you. Though she doesn't look surprised, there's a subtle shift in her posture, a measured wariness, like she's silently recalibrating the room. Isabella meets Akemi's gaze briefly, unreadable as always. No words are exchanged, but the tension is there. Quiet, almost imperceptible. You know, everyone's Yuri headcanon in this game always seems to involve Isabella or Akemi, or both. Or
I
both.
see we have a new member student? Huh?
Akemi keeps her tone even, but her eyes flicker to you, silently asking if this is as serious as it looks. She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear, her movements deliberate and controlled. The Great Cookie Appetizer Club seems to be off to a great start. Who is Harold? Jedi, explain!
Alright, I'll settle over here.
Akemi moves to her usual spot, keeping a respectful distance from Isabella while still keeping her eyes on the new student.
Ah, looks like someone's already meeting the newest member. Don't worry about her, Isabella. She's no threat. At least not yet.
What do you mean, not yet?
Don't look so stiff. We don't bite. Well, not unless it's into cake. Come on. She's really no harm. None of us are.
We really don't. You'll, probably fit right in.
Isabella doesn't immediately respond, her expression as unreadable as ever. Still, her gaze lingers on Daisy's hesitant smile, then on Evelyn's teasing grin, and finally on Akemi, who hasn't looked away once.
We'll see.
Not until she reaches her final form. That's what I've been waiting on too. It's an old Tumblr post about an older couple leaving the movie Carol, and the husband was talking about not understanding why the main characters, oh yeah, Harold, they're lesbians. I didn't realize that's what you were going with. I'm so sorry. I missed the shorthand completely. I can't wait until they all get their Gundams. Hell yeah. Liz, have I talked to you about Girls und Panzer before? The silence stretches, but only for a heartbeat. Then Evelyn starts chattering again. Daisy laughs nervously, and even Akemi adds in a quiet remark of her own. Nope. That's weird. It feels like I should have, because your name reminds me of it all the time. Me and one of my friends, Ben, made a bet. I was like, he goes, I have found the worst anime, and I said, no you didn't, because I found the worst anime. And then, the rest of the night was just us showing each other the awful anime we found. He presented me with Girls und Panzer, and I presented him, oh gosh, my brain is trying to protect me by removing it from Garzy's Wing. I showed him Garzy's Wing. Isabella's answers are clipped, reserved, but the edges start to soften as the minutes pass. And you? You find yourself watching it all unfold. The careful dance of new personalities meeting old, sparks of rivalry mixing with hints of something warmer. The only one that's technically old to us is Daisy. Everyone else is brand new. One by one, the voices overlap and mingle. Laughter, questions, sharp quips, and even the occasional awkward pause. Somehow, it all feels like the start of something bigger. You don't know exactly what's coming, but one thing is clear. The next few weeks are certainly going to be interesting. Chapter 1, Chapter 1, Chapter 1. Here we go. Garzy's Wing. Are we familiar? Liz, if we aren't, you and I should have a watch party at some point in time, because I need you to see this. Okay, I don't know how often people just say Harold. I've seen it a bit. It's fucking awful. Yeah. I found as much of the whole thing as I will ever find. I will, yes, thank you. Every once in a while, one of the cons every once in a while, one of the cons that I go to happens to be able to track down a DVD set of Garzy's Wing. And one day, I will buy it. And all of you will rue that day, because I will make you watch it with me. They all come out in oversized versions of McDonald's changeable to... Yeah, I hope so. It didn't take long until things in the club slowly began to take shape. It was also enough to get Mr. K off your back from calling you into his office for another one of his routine checkups. though you still did have the occasional drop in. But in all honesty, the club was actually helping you move along in a more positive light. Not in the sense that you were suddenly going to become a student rep or an A+ student, but it was helping you have motivation for classes, to attend school, to actually put in some sort of effort when it came to your school life and reputation. Maybe there was something to this whole teamwork and shared goals thing that Mr. K would mention after all. As you stare mindlessly out your window, counting down the very seconds and minutes you had until you'd need to get dressed and prepare for another day in paradise, your phone vibrates against the desk, just loud enough to make you jump. You glance over, and sure enough, a familiar name pops up on the screen. Daisy? Your brow raises as you slowly skim through the text. Let's see what I can do.
Hey, hey! So, how's club life treating you? You're holding up okay, right?
It's kind of hard not to smile reading that. Out of everyone, Daisy's the one who still talks like this is all just some after-school hangout instead of a miniature war zone. You pick up the phone and type out a reply. Still alive somehow? If you mean surviving Evelyn's drills. Oh, fuck yeah, that's even better. Eat your fucking heart out, hero. Surviving Evelyn's drills.
I knew it. Evelyn's had us all on the ropes so far. She's probably had you weighing out each and every salt grain. During the last session, she made me sit in front of the oven and watch the cupcakes rise. For the most optimal pullout.
You could make a joke here. You will not make a joke here. But you don't. Good boy.
But hey, she means well. I think.
Eventually, you set your phone down onto your bedding and throw yourself atop your bed. Maybe I'll head in early today? Oh, okay. Deletes joke. Go ahead, Liz. You can make it. You can make the joke. Can't have Daisy thinking I'm irresponsible or anything. She's known you her whole life. It's too late for that, I think. You say as if you haven't been late more than anyone in your entire grade. See? This is me. After another few moments, that's actually a lie. I was like early pretty much every day of my life. After another few moments pass, you finally decide to get up and get dressed, bidding a quick farewell to your mom and dad before grabbing a piece of toast for your walk to the academy. Here we go, Jedi. Here's your moment. You wouldn't be so late all the time if you practiced optimal pullout. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. Someone pin that. Someone pin that. Mods, pin that. Liz, you're a mod. Pin it yourself. The walk to school is quieter than usual. No blaring alarms. No sprinting through half-eaten toast. Just the sounds of your shoes against the pavement and the faint hum of the morning breeze. Huh. This is nice. You felt relaxed for once. Eventually, you wound up at the main entrance of Ashridge Academy with not a single soul yet in sight. You stop outside of the clubroom's door to faint mumblings and cluttering from inside. Guess I'm not the only one who decided to turn up early today. You enter the room. And to much of your surprise, you find Daisy standing alone over at one of the makeshift worktop counters, mixing what seemed to be some sort of dough. You know, most people start their day with coffee, not a potential back injury. Daisy looks up, startled at the sound of the boom of your voice. I did not do a boom, but that's okay. Seems like she didn't notice you came in.
Oh, you startled me.
Sorry. By now, she had set the bowl down with a soft thud before wiping off some of the flour that had stained her uniform.
I thought I would try and get some prep work done before everyone else came in.
Daisy smirks.
Didn't expect you to beat the others here, though.
Hey, I can be early. Sometimes. Once every 5 years or so. Daisy giggles and smiles at you before walking over to the club's agenda calendar with a skip in her step, flinging the calendar all the way through until she was 5 years in or so.
I'll mark your next early expected arrival on the calendar then.
There's a lightness to her tone that's hard not to get caught up in. You've noticed it before. Even when things get tense, Daisy somehow keeps this warmth about her. Not loud or showy, just quietly comforting. So, what's the plan for today? Scare Evelyn by being too productive and making her think we were replaced by zombies or aliens? Daisy tuts and rolls her eyes as she moves away from the calendar and back to you.
Tempting, but no. I was just gonna get things ready for when she got here. She mentions she wants to try out a new group recipe and, well...
Let me guess. It's somehow 3 times more complicated than the last dish she made us attempt. Daisy sighs but still nods.
Bingo.
She's so cute. I love her. She sighs, but there's still that little smile tugging at the corner of her mouth. You watch Daisy for a few more moments before eyeing up the disaster of flour and dough that was spread out across the countertop. Mind if I help?
You? Volunteering?
You roll your eyes. Don't make it weird. Daisy gently elbows you with a smile. Her eyes linger on the way your lips crease to form your own before her face gets red.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get stuck in.
Cut to the 4 of them staring at a pot of boiling water that suddenly catches fire. It seems like you've caught the gist of their general abilities. Minus, I don't know. Daisy guides you to the countertop, and you both get to work trying to fix whatever this thing even was. It really was a sad excuse for dough, though. Hey, that rhymed! The 2 of you stand at the counter, mixing ingredients together. The quiet rhythm of stirring fills the room, soft and steady. It's kind of nice. Simple, even. No drama, no lectures, no chaos. Just you, Daisy, and the quiet clink of a metal spoon against a mixing bowl.
Hey, did you ever realize who Isabella actually was?
Aside from being a transfer student? We are talking about our Isabella, right? Daisy nods. I mean, I guess her last name rings a bell. Why? Daisy places her bowl back on the countertop before grinning at you, holding 2 spoons up, as if it was a hint as to who she really was. It doesn't help. Sorry, Daisy.
You really don't know?
You shake your head.
Her family owns Castell Confectionaries? The English bakery chain that's basically everywhere? But jeez, you really do live under a rock.
My God, she's a TV antenna! You blink once, then twice, then 3 times. Huh? It's one of those names you've heard thousands of times without ever really thinking twice. You're hired. You will not regret this. Sean is one of the funniest people I know. I was gonna say an alien, but yours is better. That's good too, Jedi. Billboards, cafe counters, little pastel boxes that probably cost more than your weekly lunch budget. You're pretty certain they've done some pretty big collabs with streamers, actually. Which was weird, given that they were a bakery chain. You can remember a time where Daisy was showing you a VOD on Zwitch. It was of some streamer called Clunia reviewing one of their products with another Zwitch streamer, Aurora Volpe or something. Clunia and Aurora mentioned! All you remember is Daisy nearly peed herself from laughing over an image of Clunia having their OC as one of those Bibbidi toilet memes. I cannot believe. Game of the year. Game of the year. Switch.sweev. You're right, you're right.
They're kind of baking royalty. Her family is from London, which probably explains why she's an exchange student here. They're always traveling for openings, competitions, magazine features, the works. Even some of the super yummy sweets we've made here, they've been her family recipes that Evelyn got from a cookbook.
You're kidding. Daisy shakes her head.
Nope. She never brags about it, though. Which is weird.
How so?
Well, you'd think someone with a background like that would be all, oh, I can't possibly use store-brand sugar. But she's just Isabella.
She had a temper and an attitude problem, but she wasn't super egotistical. At least not that you've seen. So she's royalty in the food world and she's just hanging around this stingy little club? Daisy nods. I can only use free-range sugar. I only use the finest sugars.
Maybe she wanted a break from the spotlight?
You shrug, but can't help but think. The thought of Isabella, quiet, polite, slightly too serious Isabella, coming from a world of pristine glass counters and perfect macarons. Yeah, that's something. Huh. Guess that explains why my cupcakes keep coming out like bricks compared to hers.
Don't worry. You've got, enthusiasm. That's worth something.
Thanks, Daisy. Right. Enthusiasm. My greatest skill. She laughs softly, shaking her head, and for a moment the room feels lighter, warmer, like the morning sun finally decided to reach the windows. 30 minutes later. The sun spills through the tall windows of the cooking club classroom, painting the counters and stovetops in warm morning light. Evelyn claps her hands together, standing in front of the whiteboard with a grin. God, it's only the whatever day.
All right, everyone. Since we've officially got a full team, I thought we could start today with a little icebreaker.
An icebreaker? What kind?
Morgan! Hello, beautiful. How are you? Just me, my enthusiasm, and my secret cupcake ingredient, concrete. The type that breaks the ice, Daisy. Those types of icebreakers. To be fair, Evelyn did launch a million questions at Daisy, like, the day that they met, so maybe she's like, what icebreaker do you need from me that you don't already know? Dying inside, but you know, felt. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm okay. This is my first time streaming in like fucking forever. But I'm good. Yeah, Daisy, what's your social security number? Quick, go get your parents' credit card and give me the 3 funny digits on the back. Just trust me. It'll be funny. It's like the room getting brighter, warmer. 30 minutes. Thank you. To the side of you, Akemi gestures to a table filled to the top with various ingredients.
You each pick one thing from the lineup. Don't think too hard. Just pick whatever feels right to you.
Oh, sorry. Apartment hunting and working myself to death. Oh, fun. Clearly we're gonna need to catch up, because we haven't talked in a hot minute. Daisy, drop your weapons and save the world for me. We can do a trade. Proceeds to get scammed in Fortnite by Evelyn. I can absolutely see that. I got scammed in Neopets when I was little in a very similar way. Luckily, it had nothing to do with money, but I did get locked out of my account. I have so much to yap at you about. Please, 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 please do. I miss you. I miss you a ton. Akemi sighs, groggily rubbing her eyes. Seems like she isn't an early morning person.
You really woke me up for this.
They're all so cute.
Come on, Akemi. You first. Gotta get out of that comfort zone of yours. Somehow.
Okay, Morgan, I don't think I do because I'm in the exact same boat. I will DM you on Instagram though. Wait a fucking second. What's up? When did you mod me? Forever ago. You've been a mod for like a minute. Akemi sighed, dragged her chair back, and walked up to the counter. She scanned the ingredients, then picked up a small bowl of potatoes. Bruh, what? I don't remember this. Honestly, I probably did it after, like, a stream was over or something. An interesting choice.
Potatoes.
Potatoes?
Potatoes.
Peculiar, yet interesting. Why potatoes?
Thank you for the hydrate or dihydrate. Everybody grab water and hydrate, please. Huh? Let him know, Jedi.
They're timeless, comforting. You can adjust them however you like and want, and they'll still taste like home.
She's not wrong.
Aw, that's actually kind of sweet.
Akemi crossed her arms, turning away with a faint huff.
Don't make it weird.
Evelyn laughed and pointed at Daisy. Let me ask, still end in... Yes. Yes, it does.
Your turn, Sunshine.
You whispered it to me eons ago. I can always just send it to you again. Fabulous. Hell yeah. I'm gonna make it weird and you can't stop me. You're so right. All of us just rallying for Yuri in this game. I know that I'm the main character, but also I don't care. If these girls are in love, these girls are in love. I'm not stopping them. Daisy skipped up to the counter and almost immediately picked a bowl of chocolate chips. Unhealthy as always, Daisy.
Hey, chocolate chips are so sweet, so nostalgic. And it's a dessert must-have.
She right, she right. Still have it, hell yeah. Oh, yep, just got your text. I love you too. MC, shut up, let Daisy enjoy her exactly. Fucking downer.
I remember stealing these from my mom's pantry all the time. Pretty sure I used to eat your mom's, too.
Probably. Daisy stuck her tongue out before grinning. That would explain why I always got stuck with the blame for missing chocolate chips.
Oh, please. You used to eat them and dip them in ketchup.
You've never so quickly in your life slapped your hand over Daisy's mouth.
I'm sorry. With all due respect. What?
Don't worry about it. My turn now, right? Good distraction. You walk up to the counter. 6 options sit before you. Note, voice lines do not work here. That is okay. Well, garlic is out. See, you're fucking ruining this. So help me God, I'm gonna strangle... Did you not write MC? I remember recently being like, who the fuck is Jade? Oh, Breb. I don't know. Okay, there's tomatoes, there's sugar, there's cilantro, there's bread, there's honey, there's garlic. We're all trying to find the guy who did this. So chapter 2 is mostly wrote by me. Oh, okay. Kotaro wrote this? A lot of narration text was me for the most part. Gotcha. Okay. I'm thinking cilantro is fine. It's not for everybody. And neither am I. I love honey, like a lot. I love honey. Garlic is love, garlic is life. I can't have a lot of garlic. I love garlic, but now I have to be really careful about how much I have. Honey and garlic are what's up there for me. Maybe it's gonna be honey. Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be honey. Cilantro isn't for everybody, but neither am I fucking mood. Yeah, you know what? No, you're right. We'll do cilantro. I'll pick cilantro. Consider a lovely orange blossom honey. That sounds incredible. That sounds absolutely incredible. It's unique, right? Some people love it, some people can't stand it. I guess I like the idea of standing out, even if not everyone gets it. That's the exact opposite reason why I chose this. I don't like standing out. It's one of the last garnishes to go on a dish. And yeah, you'll notice if it's not there, but like it's understated.
Ooh, confident. I respect individuality, and that's certainly a good choice.
Depends on your genes. Or maybe you just can't handle strong flavors.
Well, nice picks. You can always tell a lot about someone by the flavor they lean towards.
What about you and Isabella? Where they at? Just changes we had, yeah. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit. Okay. No, that is not what I said. Liz, don't you fucking put words in my mouth.
That's certainly a way to profile people, I would suppose.
Isabella finally steps up, staring over the ingredients that you yourself just pondered over before making her own choice. Eventually, Isabella reaches for an egg.
Eggs are the foundation of most dishes I know.
Fair.
They're simple, yet essential to the culinary world.
Yeah, you didn't. Your character did. No, you're right.
You can't make much without them.
Yes, I am still in the same place. But we can talk about it. Don't you worry. Because I'm not afraid to travel.
I like that. A classic choice. Structured and solid. Just what I would expect. It's very you, Isabella.
I don't know. That also feels more like a... And the music changed too. She picked that fucking egg because she's got walls.
Though, I guess you know all about that, right? The foundation of food and all?
Yeah. Isn't your family, like, famous or something? I think that's why Daisy looked so freaked out yesterday.
Oh. Kemi, you didn't need to say it like that. I'm working 6 days a week and doing so. Oh my gosh. Okay, that sounds good. We will talk about it. Isabella stiffened slightly, her hand tightened around the egg, which is a dangerous game already, and her eyes seemingly blank.
Something like that.
You could see a hint of guilt in Akemi's eyes. Seems like Isabella felt slightly uncomfortable with the prodding about her personal life, and in turn made Akemi feel like she had just committed an act of treason. I mean, she has every right to feel uncomfortable. I love you too. I do not think you're a bad friend. Are you kidding me? No, we're all busy. We all have our own lives. It's okay.
I'm sorry. It didn't mean to pry.
It's fine, really.
Okay, look, chat. I already know how Dev feels about this. We can't date either of these. I can't interrupt whatever toxic Yuri is going on here. You understand that, right? The silence stretched out for a moment before Evelyn clapped her hands again to reset the mood.
Alrighty. I think that's enough, deep talk for everyone. especially for one morning.
Evelyn's like, smells like gay in here. Let's palette swap. Harold. Not unless we can become a mighty toxic throuple. Yeah, no, I have played Fields of Mystria, and literally that's why I did not go for Valen or Juniper. I was like, these two are clearly having like an enemies to lovers thing happening right before my eyes, and I am not interrupting it.
Before we wrap up, I've got some paperwork for everyone.
The game has been decided, depending on your romance endings. It's not Isabella and Akami. Oh. Okay, yeah, don't spoil it. I am so hoping it's Daisy. Paperwork? Evelyn pulled out a stack of forms from her bag and handed them out one by one. She really might be from the police station with how many questions she asked. But now there's paperwork.
It's just basic stuff.
Basic stuff.
Contact info, addresses, emergency contacts, job locations. I like to make surprise birthday baskets for everyone, so no skipping.
Oh, I haven't gone for either because I literally cannot choose. They are my two hot wolves. Yeah, there are two wolves inside of you. One is Juniper and one is Valen. So did you know that you can date more than one person in Fields of Mystria? Is where we work and emergency contacts really needed?
Duh! How else will you get your basket if you don't respond to me?
She's texting you on your birthday going, "Happy birthday, bestie. I am swiftly arriving to your location." I can say whatever I want. I'm a mod. You can? Yeah, you can. That's why I'm dating both Hayden and Reyna. I don't want to alarm you, Jade, but I think the FBI must have a warrant out on you. Or something along the lines.
You really go all out for this club, don't you? I mean, I'm just surprised, because without 4 members, doesn't the school shut down inactive clubs? You're really putting a lot of work in, Evelyn.
Evelyn, I am in your walls. Yeah, she is that anime person who breaks through the wall and there's just an imprint of her. Evelyn is like that Morgan Freeman, I can smell you meme. You just look away and she's right beyond you. I could see it. I could see it.
Gee, you make me sound obsessed or something.
You are! Sorry. And you're not?
Oh, har har. The cooking club is all about connection. We might start with food, but end up with lifelong friendships.
Oh, God. You wanted to vomit a little there. I did that's not why I said oh god. That's not why I said oh god. I just really, really like Evelyn's VA. She did a great job. That felt cheesy. Though, you couldn't help but laugh with everyone else in the room. The tension from Isabella's personal life faded as the sun shifted from counter to counter, glinting off the mixing bowls and utensils. For the first time, you start to think that this club might actually mean something. Not just to you or Mr. K for that matter, but to Evelyn, to Akemi, to Isabella, even to Daisy. Aww. The heart and soul of the cooking club. Evelyn is as bold as the flavor she creates. Oh, okay. We'll take a look at those later, I think. If we can. Oh, look at the little... Is that Daisy? Is that chibi Daisy? It's been a few days since the previous meeting at the club, and slowly but surely, you were getting to know everyone a little bit better. You can get the Easter egg here. That's a shame. That's okay. You act like this is the only time I'm ever gonna play it. Some days you were baking with Akemi. Others you'd be helping Evelyn clean or Daisy decorate, and with the rare occurrence of Isabella actually teaching you a thing or two, she picked up herself. It was nearing the weekend, and you made your way to another club meeting. How many times does this club meet a week? The cooking club classroom was lively today. Sunlight streamed through the large windows, bouncing off the metal counters and utensils. The smell of sugar, oil, and something vaguely spicy filled the air. That's interesting. Everyone seemed to be in high spirits. It's a 1 in 15 chance, and somehow only 2 people have gotten it. Well, I don't have streamer luck.
All right, everyone. Today's not about fancy recipes or stress. I just want you all to have fun. Experiment. Make whatever you feel like making.
Hell yeah.
You mean no grading? No rules?
Not today. Plus, this isn't a class or anything. Just don't burn the place down, okay?
It's been terrible for roughly 30 people that have been playing it.
With this group, that's bold ask.
As long as everyone practices at least some kitchen etiquette, I'm sure it'll be fine.
She doesn't actually believe that. She doesn't actually believe that. The room burst into motion. Evelyn chopped peppers. Akemi hummed quietly as she sketched a new recipe. Isabella kneaded dough with precision, and Daisy was hunched over the microwave, excitedly reading a recipe off her phone. Huh. I guess I'll make something simple? Maybe eggs or pasta? Yeah. Can't go wrong there. Jade, I'm growing rapidly concerned at how many mentions there have been of eggs lately. Kinda homophobic, I can't make quotes in my own chat when I'm offline. What the heck? You can't? Are you in this club just obsessed with them? Well, they are kind of a cooking staple. Isabella said it herself. Regardless, you roll up your sleeves, grab an apron, and glance at the pantry. Rows of ingredients stare back at you. Flour, butter, rice, a suspicious amount of eggs, and instant noodles? Egg. You heard, Isabella, Mr. or Miss Narrator. What the hell do you have against eggs? Okay, let's not overthink this. Pasta it is. You set a pot of water to boil. The bubbling hum joins the chorus of sounds around the room. The rhythmic chop of Evelyn's knife, the rustle of Akemi's notebook pages, the soft thud of dough under Isabella's palms, and the ding of Daisy's microwave. That is crazy work, Morgan. You grab a handful of noodles and toss them into the pot. The water hisses as the strands begin to soften, swirling lazily in the steam. Nice. Just need to keep it simple. You glance around the room again. Everyone else looks so focused. It's oddly motivating. When the pasta reaches that perfect in-between, not too soft, not too stiff, you drain it and set a pan on the stove. Animal Crossing taught me that you throw it at a wall and if it sticks, it's ready. A little butter, a drizzle of oil. The pan crackles to life as you swirl the ingredients together, creating a smooth golden base. Smells good already. You toss the pasta in, watching as it glistens under the light. A pinch of salt, a touch of pepper, and for good measure, a small handful of herbs from the club's counter garden. Hell yeah, where's that storyline? I want the gardening club. Steam curls up in delicious, delicate ribbons. The scent is warm and comforting, buttery with a hint of basil. Oh, for a moment, everything else fades away. It's just you, the pan, and the quiet rhythm of cooking. Eventually, minutes passed. Laughter and chatter filled the room as everybody checked on the progress they were making so far. That was until you heard an odd crackling sound.
Is anyone else hearing that? What's that noise?
Daisy looked up, her face confused as everyone turned to face the microwave.
Oh, it's just my mug cake. I think it's almost done.
A sudden flash of light burst from the microwave, followed by a puff of smoke. Hey, Sean!
Turn it off! Turn it off!
I did!
The microwave clicked off just as the sparks began to fade. The smoke alarm blared overhead. A small cloud of flour burst into the air, white dust coating everything. The mug had shattered inside the microwave. Chunks of glass and half-baked cupcakes splattered across the counter and floor.
She really did it. She just nuked the club.
Please tell me you didn't.
I forgot the fork was in the mug. I'm so sorry.
Daisy panicked, tears pricking in the corner of her eyes.
All right, no one panic. Everyone's okay, right? No cuts, no burns?
Voice lines don't work here. Sorry, that's okay. I got this. Daisy.
Jade, I'm so sorry.
Daisy's lip is quivering. She looks terrified.
Okay. Can you grab Daisy and just step outside for a sec? I'll handle the glass and mess.
Yeah, sure. Come on, Daisy. Quickly, you ushered a frantic Daisy into the hallways. Daisy rubbed her eyes, trying not to cry.
I messed everything up already. Everyone probably thinks I'm an idiot.
Hey, don't say that. Accidents happen, right? It could have happened to anyone. You couldn't help but just feel pitiful for Daisy. She wasn't dense or stupid. Sure, at times she was a total airhead. Just about everyone knew that. All right, you're trying to make her feel better. But times like this, you could see just how much she panicked inside. How much she was worried that she just ruined everything. Cut to Isabella from inside the room. It wouldn't have happened to me. That's exactly what I was thinking. Daisy never cared for reputation, let alone what people thought about her. She comes to school every day wearing a bright pink bow on her uniform, and her hair is bright pink. She's the last person to care. But you could tell just how much this club meant to her. How much the people meant to her. So, you do your best to try and cheer her up the best way you can. Which, admittedly, isn't very good. But it's the thought that counts. Slowly but surely, Daisy lets out a shaky laugh and wiped at her eyes with the sleeve of her sweater. You know, after everything that just happened, slowly realizing I'm the only normal person in there. No, you're not, you fucking liar. This is that meme of, God, I'm like, God, I'm so normal, is fucked in the head. Daisy huffed in amusement, wiping away at her other eye. Right. Let's get back inside. Yeah? As you two re-entered the room, you find Isabella already leading a cleanup effort.
Good. Perfect timing. Grab a broom and some towels if you may please. Evelyn is handling the glass, but there's still flour everywhere.
Got it. You walk and head over to one of the nearby stationery cabinets. Though as you walk off, you can faintly hear a conversation between Daisy and Isabella.
I'm really sorry again, Isabella. I know you know, come from a place where all of this stuff is common knowledge. And I'm just a klutz. I'm not a super talented chef or have family known for baking and stuff. I'm sorry for ruining today's session for you.
Huh. This is a side of Daisy you haven't seen since you were kids. Isabella looks pretty shocked too.
It's fine. You're rather lucky, though, that I've had years of practice cleaning kitchen disasters.
Somebody else's? Or your own?
Don't push it.
Isabella said, "Shut the hell up, bitch." Isabella pauses just for a moment.
Just be more careful next time, all right?
I will. Promise.
You three worked together, sweeping, scrubbing, and laughing through the mess. Isabella even cracked a faint smile when Daisy sneezed into a cloud of flour.
You two are.
Isabella huffed, her lips creasing to a brief smile.
You two are unbelievable.
But look, insufferable, yet effective. No more flour in sight.
Aside from what Daisy sneezed everywhere.
Meanwhile, Akemi had finally re-entered the clubroom, slightly out of breath.
I went to the office. Mr. K was not there. But I left a message. They say he's around somewhere.
Thanks, Akemi. Hopefully, he catches that note. Well, this is what I get for saying no stress, huh?
Yeah. You did jinx us, didn't you?
Totally did. But at least nobody is hurt. And the room is mostly intact.
Akemi, when it comes to appearing and disappearing out of the room, she'd be great at hide and seek. She would be a master at hide and seek.
That's a pretty good darn win in my books.
With Akemi back, you all decided to band together to clean up whatever remained of the mess you all somehow managed to create. All is doing a lot of legwork. I'm pretty sure there was one person directly responsible. Well, Daisy managed to create. Thank you. The room still smelled faintly of burnt sugar and melted plastic, but the chaos had quieted. Everyone was tired but smiling faintly as Evelyn wiped her hands on a rag, surveying the battlefield.
Alright, that's marginally better. At least no one lost an eye.
I wouldn't call it better, but it's not a complete disaster anymore.
I still feel bad. I owe everyone cupcakes that don't explode.
Maybe next time let's use an oven instead of a miniature bomb.
Yeah, I learned my lesson.
Evelyn clapped her hands together, bright and confident as always.
Alright, enough mop talk. I think after all this, we deserve something fun.
Fun? You mean more fun than cleaning up nuclear flower fallout?
Exactly! There's a fair this weekend at the park downtown. Food stalls, rides, live music, the works. I say we all go together.
Yes, I'm in. And they're coming too.
Wait, when did I agree
Just
to—
now you did.
You didn't even stand a chance, broski.
Perfect! That's two.
She looked at Isabella, who was leaning against the counter, brushing off the last bit of flour on her uniform.
Oh, sorry. Were you waiting for my input? Affair, you say? That depends.
Before she could even finish, the classroom door burst open. Akemi rushed back in, slightly disheveled, followed by a familiar, calm voice. Well, what happened here? Looks like a bakery and a chemistry lab had a tragic misunderstanding. Everyone froze. Hey, Mr. K. Fancy seeing you here. Don't fancy seeing you me, kid. Wait, what?
He wasn't in charge.
It was me. I did it. I left a fork in the microwave.
Mr. K blinked, then burst out laughing. A fork in the microwave? Classic rookie mistake. You're lucky you didn't blow the whole outlet strip.
I know. I'm really sorry.
Relax, Daisy. Accidents happen. I'll cover with the board. I've got just the thing. He reached into his bag, producing a deflated, inflatable soccer ball. Without missing a beat, he started blowing it up by hand.
What are you doing?
If anyone asks, this was the culprit. The soccer team was testing out a new warm-up drill. Ball hit the microwave. Totally believable. Yeah, right.
Wait, soccer team? Not volleyball, right?
Just soccer. Promise. On the second floor. I mean, they could kick high. It would have, been maybe a little more believable if it were like a baseball, but, soccer players can kick pretty fucking hard. Evelyn visibly relaxed, clutching her chest.
You almost gave me a heart attack.
Relax, Captain. Now everyone listen up. Classroom's off limits tomorrow. Maintenance needs to check for damage. Safety stuff. So, no club meeting? Not in here, no. But that doesn't mean you can't meet somewhere else. Just maybe somewhere that doesn't have electrical appliances. Evelyn's grin returned, bright, determined, and maybe a little mischievous. The windows were wide open and nothing else was yeah, you know? Might be a warm summer day, we don't know.
Then it's settled. Next cooking club meeting, we're going outdoors. Picnic at the park.
Soccer coach, we're having a good season. Hopefully we can make the playoffs and keep the school from cutting the program. Just as long as we don't get any bad publicity, we should be fine. And then there's these 4 fucks in a room that just happen to be a teacher's pet. She suddenly threw her arms around Akemi and Isabella, pulling them into a group hug before they could protest.
Hey! Ugh, wash the flour!
You're getting my uniform dirty again.
Too late! We're officially bonding.
You're all covered anyway. Might as well make it even.
Even Akemi couldn't help but chuckle as the scene filled with soft laughter and lingering warmth. The weekend air hums with warmth and the distant echo of live music. Bright streamers line the lampposts, and the smell of grilled food and powdered sugar lingers in the breeze. You walk alone down the sidewalk toward the sound of guitars and laughter, hands in your pockets, when a familiar voice calls from behind.
Oh, wait! Hey! Hold up!
You turn as Daisy jogs towards you, a little out of breath and waving one arm while clutching her small purse with the other. Look at her outfit! I forgot that they all have casual clothes. Oh, there ain't nothing casual about this, though. That is so cute. If we can't have our cooking club, nobody can have their club. Daisy? You good? You look like you just ran a marathon.
Might as well have. I overslept. Well, actually my dad put the plastic toppers in the top cupboard, and the avalanche fell on my mom.
Uh-huh.
She, of course, wasn't happy. And then they had another screaming
Daisy looked off to the side, avoiding your gaze. So, basically chaos?
basically. But I'm here now. You weren't gonna go without me, right?
You raise your brow. I was halfway there. You barely made it in time to save your reputation. Daisy tuts.
You're impossible.
You continue down the street together. The closer you get, the louder the music grows. A small stage has been set up in the park square, a local band playing upbeat indie tunes as people mill about, laughing and chatting over snacks and lemonade. You turn back to see a speechless Daisy.
Whoa. This looks way cooler than I expected.
Yeah, Evelyn mentioned it be small and chill, but this is more like a festival. You weave through the crowd, stopping near a line of colorful food trucks. A few tables have been set up, and at one of them, Evelyn waves enthusiastically next to a regally seated Isabella.
Oi! Over here! You two took long enough.
Sorry. I had a, family emergency.
I see. At least you made it before Evelyn started recruiting strangers again.
There is this one really cool-looking kid with his family's food truck. How is that not cooking club material?
Okay, one looks sporty, the other one looks like a librarian. I dig it. It's really cute.
She's gonna have a whole army of club members by the end of the semester.
Hey, can you blame me? Look at this vibe. Food, music, sunlight. If this doesn't scream cooking club energy, I don't know what does.
Evelyn gestures to a nearby booth where people are tossing horseshoes, another group playing volleyball in a sandy corner of the park.
We've got games, too. Who is feeling competitive?
I'm not sure I'm suited for outdoor sports.
You'll be fine. I'll carry us. Just like I carry the club roster.
She's aware. Bold words for someone who almost got hit by a flying spatula last week.
That's not her fault.
That was an accident.
Mm-hmm. The girls all laugh. Daisy's laughter is bright and open. Isabella's more restrained but genuine. For a moment, everything feels easy. Still, one thing nags at the back of your mind. Yeah, there's someone missing. Akemi isn't here yet. Evelyn seems to notice too, but forces a smile, hands on her hips. Where's Akemi?
She probably just got caught up with something. Let's not worry about it. We can text her later.
Yeah, I bet she's fine. Probably just grabbing sketch supplies or something.
Or avoiding this noise entirely. I wouldn't blame her.
Well, you're here, aren't you?
Well, she'll miss out. Let's enjoy this while we can.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Daisy excitedly ran toward the volleyball clique.
I suppose I'll find something to do.
Go find your girl, Isabella. Isabella's steps were swift and graceful as she faded from view.
Before I do anything, I'm hungry.
Evelyn turned to a nearby food truck. The girls all seem to have different things they want to do. You can probably squeeze in some quality time with one or two. What will you do? Pick carefully. You might just learn a thing or two about your love interest. And you can only spend time with two certain people. 2 options. Best get picking. I like this. I really like that you get 2 instead of just like having to really double down with just 1 right off the bat. Let's hang out with Evelyn. Food does sound nice right now. The smell of sizzling oil and grilled meat drifts through the air as the crowd buzzes with energy. The live band's music fades into the background hum of conversation and laughter. You walk around curiously before spotting Evelyn already halfway to the Mexican food truck with a hand on her stomach. Wait up!
You kidding? I practically sprinted here the second we stopped walking. I've been thinking about this all week.
I get it. What nachos will do to a motherfucker. Evelyn waves you over, already eyeing the chalkboard menu plastered with messy handwriting and grease stains. That's how you know it's good. What are you getting?
Depends. You more of a burger person or a let's regret this later deep fried person?
If the burger is made correctly, it's the second option. What are you talking about? Does it matter as long as it's covered in grease?
Oh no. You're one of those. The both people.
Yes.
Ugh, dangerous mindset.
You both step up to the counter, order food, and move aside to wait. The sizzling sound of the grill fills the lull between you. Evelyn bounces slightly on her heels, the sun catching the ends of her unkempt hair. You really like stuff like this, huh? Loud, crowded, chaotic.
I mean, yeah, it's a mess, but it's fun. It reminds me that life's not supposed to be perfect all the time.
That's one way to look at it.
What? You prefer quiet cafes and calm study halls?
Depends on the company.
Smooth answer.
Your food is handed over. Evelyn grabs a tray of tacos. Hell yeah, girl, good choice. The two of you move toward an empty area under a string of lights. The band's next song starting up in the distance. You look at Evelyn awkwardly, trying to find a conversation starter before remembering last year's yearbook. So, volleyball captain and club president. You really don't take breaks, do you?
Yeah, tell me about it. Sometimes I think my schedule is possessed.
You like being in charge that much?
You think that, right? I mean, people say I'm good at it. The leader thing.
Mm-hmm.
Always knowing what to do. Being the one everyone looks at when things get weird.
That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is. But I don't hate it. It's just, sometimes I wish I didn't have to always have the answers, you know? It'd be nice if people saw me as just me. Not the captain, not the club leader, not the Evelyn who's got it together.
You don't strike me as someone who'd need to prove herself.
Oh, I definitely do.
Mhm.
You just can't let people see when you don't believe your own pep talks.
Oh, girly. The two of you sit in quiet for a moment, the sound of laughter from a nearby group filling the air. Evelyn takes a sip of her drink.
So, what about you?
What about me? Oh, Jesus.
Do you ever feel the weight of things? Like someone will always need something from you?
I've never had anyone need something from me. Oh, like that, okay. Maybe I'm not captain or president of anything, but I feel pressure from myself. Not really, that sounds exhausting. After the moment I will. I feel pressure from myself. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we all feel pressure sometimes.
She smiles.
Well,
Oh, thank God.
Thanks for tagging along, by the way. I thought everyone would scatter once I said street concert.
Sounds fun. Nah, you said food trucks, and that's basically a binding contract.
Fair enough. Guess I'll have to keep that tactic in mind for the next club meet. Come for the food. Stay for the emotional growth.
Don't add the emotional growth, that'll scare people away. Sounds like a solid slogan, you liar. You share an easy laugh as the music swells again, sunlight glinting off the foil wrappers between you. The band starts a new song in the background, light and carefree. Evelyn leans back in her chair, smiling for real this time. Less practiced, more genuine.
You know, maybe I could get used to this taking a break thing.
Aww. You should. You're kind of allowed to enjoy life, you know.
You say that now, but wait until I make you carry the club banner next month.
Wait, there's a banner?
There will be.
As much as Evelyn scares you a bit, you two have a comfortable atmosphere as you laugh off her jokes and she threatens to give you more work than you're qualified for. You finished your food and stood. That was nice. Thank you for helping me save my dying stomach.
No problem. Why don't you catch up with the others?
Are you sure? Evelyn began to motion for you to leave with her hand. Her mouth was too full of taco to speak. That was a fun experience. You start walking, wondering how the rest of this evening will go. Headed anywhere specific? Where to next? I'll listen to the band and chill. Or actually, where is Daisy? Yeah, where's our best friend? Let's go find our best friend. The crowd is louder now. Music from the live band echoes down the park's main path. Evelyn, bored now. Shoes away, protagonist. She just like me for real. Laughter, cheers, the thud of volleyballs, all blending together into an easy weekend hum. You weave through the crowd, glancing around for Daisy. You spot her a few yards away, standing off to the side of the volleyball court. Not playing, not cheering, just watching. Her hands are clasped behind her back, eyes tracing the quick movements of the players as they shout and laugh in sync, like a well-oiled team. A family, almost. You walk over quietly and lean against the tree beside her. Not joining in?
Nah. Didn't feel like interrupting their rhythm.
You? Interrupting? You'd fit right in. Not in that outfit.
Maybe. But sometimes it's nicer to just watch, you know?
The wind rustles the leaves above the two of you. For a few moments, no one speaks. The team on the court laughs as someone misses an easy serve. You okay?
Yeah. Just thinking.
That usually means no. Oh, hard cut from the music. Daisy glances at you, her usual spark dulled. She hesitates before speaking.
It's my parents.
What about them? She takes a slow breath, eyes following the ball as it arcs through the air.
I think they're getting divorced.
The sound of the crowd fades from your mind.
You straighten slightly. Oh, Daisy,
It's been like this for years. Ever since we were kids. You probably noticed, right?
I forgot that we had the beginning of the art here.
Those nights you stayed over? When they'd argue in the kitchen? Thinking I couldn't hear?
You look down, remembering. The muffled voices through thin walls, the clatter of dishes, her pretending to be asleep. Yeah, I remember.
I thought maybe they'd figure it out. Maybe they'd remember why they liked each other. But lately, it's just silence. Not even fighting anymore. Just quiet. Like there's nothing left to say.
She hugs her arms to her chest.
And I keep wondering if it's my fault.
Daisy,
Like, maybe if I'd done better. And less trouble. If I'd kept things light, or not begged them to come to my games, or...
oh, right. Daisy used to play a lot of basketball and made it on the team for the first time last year. And whenever she asked her parents to come, they'd never turn up. Or only one would come, and that would only be for 15 minutes. She stopped playing it after that. None of that is your fault. Not even a little.
You don't know that.
I do. Because parents are people. Messy, complicated people. Sometimes they forget how to work together, but that doesn't mean they stopped loving you. She wipes watering eyes quickly, turning away as her voice wavers.
You sound way too mature for someone who burned popcorn in a microwave.
That was you, actually. I tried telling you the popcorn button was never right.
Right. Sorry. Big feelings make me deflect.
It's fine. I'm fluent in daisy deflection. That earns a small laugh from her, soft but real. She leans against the tree beside you, shoulders relaxing a little.
You think they'll be okay?
I think whatever happens, you'll be okay. You've always found a way to make people feel like home, Daisy. Even when you don't feel like you have one yourself.
You always know what to say, huh?
Nah, I just get lucky sometimes. The band's music swells again, and in the background, the final act beginning. The crowd starts to gather near the main stage. Daisy glances over, then nudges you with her elbow.
Come on. We should go before Evelyn starts a mosh pit.
Yeah, can't have that. The two of you start walking back toward the music, side by side. As you pass the volleyball court, Daisy gives it one last look. The team still laughing, high-fiving, moving together like clockwork. For just a moment, there's a wistful softness in her eyes.
They really do feel like a family, huh?
Maybe one day we'll get there too. Daisy blushed and avoided your eyes. Shit, you didn't mean... I mean the club, the cooking club. Might start feeling like another family. Daisy took a deep breath as she recouped herself.
Yeah, maybe.
Daisy will never forget this. This is the kind of thing you lay awake in bed 20 years from then going, oh my god, why did I say that? You guys disappear into the crowd as the music swells, bright lights flickering through the trees. The day carries on. But something between you feels a little stronger than before as you spot Evelyn, Isabella, and Akemi jamming out to the band. The late evening sun dipped below the line of food trucks and vendor tents, painting everything in gold and rose. A small indie band played on a temporary stage. The field buzzed with chatter and laughter. Couples swayed, kids darted between picnic blankets, and the smell of grilled food lingered in the breeze. For once, it felt like the world had slowed down just for them. The cooking club had found their own little spot near the back of the crowd, close enough to see, far enough to breathe. Evelyn had a drink in one hand, tapping her foot to the beat, while Daisy clapped along off rhythm, laughing every time she messed up. Isabella stood with her arms crossed, pretending not to enjoy herself, and Akemi sat on the edge of the grass, sketchbook half open on her knees, as she watched the sunset instead of the stage.
Okay, tell tell me this doesn't sound like the background music for a cooking montage.
You think everything sounds like that.
She's not wrong, though. Oh, we're missing our aprons and slow-motion camera pans.
I'd say we're missing an actual oven, but sure.
We don't exactly have the budget. Or the trust after we lost a microwave.
Oh, shush you.
The final chords fade into the night sky and the crowd erupts into applause. The band waves their goodbyes as the lights dim and the chatter swells. Families, couples, and clusters of students filing out toward the park entrance. The cooking club began to weave through the crowd, laughing quietly among itself. The smell of fried dough and popcorn still lingers in the air.
Okay, next time we do this, someone else is in charge of snacks. I'm starving again.
You had 3 corn dogs.
Exactly! That's barely a meal.
I'm terrified to imagine your definition of a snack.
Oh, I just realized this is the first time we're seeing Kemi's casual outfit. She looks so cute. The group laughs. For a brief moment, it feels easy. Light, like the stress of the week had melted after the string lights and music. Under string lights and music. Dang it. You all keep walking, talking over each other, half yelling to be heard over the lingering noise of the festival you departed from. Then, suddenly, thud. Ooh. Evelyn stumbles forward, her phone flying from her hand as she hits the pavement with a sharp yelp. The laughter cuts short. Evelyn, you okay?
Ow. Yeah, I think so. What the hell?
2 students in Letterman jackets from a rival school stand nearby, snickering. One of them smirks down at her. Watch where you're going, chump. Oh, shit! What? Bro, it's the captain of Ashridge Volleyball and some sort of loser squad. 2 titles? That's pathetic. It's surprising because you're not really qualified for any of them, huh?
Hey, what's your problem?
It's fine, Daisy. Forget it.
These pesky darn Blackthorn High kids. Going to be fun to write in chapter.
Fine? They tripped you.
No, they didn't just trip her. They wanted an audience.
I like how the chipper music is still playing. And Isabella sounds like she's about to rain hell down on these people. Isabella steps closer, folding her arms. Her voice drops. Calm, precise, and sharp.
You had your fun. Leave.
Oh, yeah? And who's gonna... Isabella's gaze cuts him off before he finishes. Her tone stays level, but her eyes are petrifying. Isabella about to fuck these kids up. I know. It's so funny because, okay, I know that Isabella has, amber colored eyes, but I can, all I can imagine is, the scary ice blue eyes, you know? That's what I picture hers are. They're not, but, that's what I picture.
Do you know who I am? You wouldn't last 5 minutes in an actual kitchen. You'd burn instant noodles. Run along before you embarrass yourselves further. Or perhaps a simple phone call to certain press about your conduct while sporting your school's varsity jacket may lead you to getting kicked off whatever team you play for.
Fuck 'em up, Isabella. The 2 boys freeze, glancing at each other, then scoff and back off, muttering something indistinct before disappearing into the crowd. Who does that bitch think she is? Dude, I'm not risking getting kicked from the team this season. Fuck her. There's a heavy silence for a moment, broken only by the distant hum of the fairgrounds. You crouch next to Evelyn, offering her a hand. You okay? Evelyn laughed weakly, brushing off her knees as she took your hand.
People like that make me so mad. You didn't deserve that.
It's fine, really. I've dealt with worse.
That's my lesbian. It's so true.
Doesn't mean you should have to.
Let's go, This is just 4 lesbians, and they're 1 straight guy friend that's on thin ice. Evelyn looks away, her cheerful tone faltering. For the first time tonight, her voice sounds small.
I try so hard to make things fun for everyone, you know?
You do great, Evelyn.
But sometimes, I think People only see me as someone pretending to have it all together.
The group goes quiet. The glow from the streetlights flickers across her expression. Half a smile, half something tired.
For what it's worth, we see you. The real you.
And you're doing great, Evelyn. Really.
Evelyn looks up at the group, startled for a moment, then laughs softly, a hint of warmth returning.
You're gonna make me cry. You know that?
Too late.
Daisy gently wiped her wet eyes. Okay, so I am not sure. Here's the thing. Does this mean Daisy wiped Evelyn's eyes, or that Daisy started crying first? Because, I mean...
She beats you to it.
Truly a lesbian harem, you're right. The mood lightens slightly as Evelyn finally laughs for real, rubbing her arm.
Thanks, guys. I really needed that.
Oh. So what is Mr. Bro MC doing here? Yuri, enjoy.
Let's get you home before you attract any more admirers.
Daisy had to show up at the cooking club somehow, and she wasn't going without her best friend.
Aw, you do care, Izzy.
Your group walks together toward the train station. The streetlights glow soft amber, and the music from the fair drifts faintly behind you. Nobody says much for a while, but the silence isn't heavy anymore. Just thoughtful. Connected. For the first time, it feels like you're not just a club. You're a team. A family. This is loud as hell. Oh, okay, we're done? We're done. The afternoon light streamed through the tall windows, dust motes glimmering in the air like tiny flecks of sugar. The final school bell had just rung, and the halls were mostly quiet now. Just the echo of shoes against the floor and the faint hum of the building settling for the day. Daisy walked beside you, humming something off-key as you made your way toward the familiar door of the cooking club. Sorry. She still had her backpack slung halfway off one shoulder, her steps light but a little nervous.
Do you think it's, bad? The mess,
I mean, it's been like a couple days by now, right? I don't think anything can survive a mug explosion and flower blizzard at the same time.
Don't remind me. I still smell like burnt cupcake.
You turned the corner and found Mr. K waiting outside the clubroom, leaning casually against the doorframe with his usual grin, clipboard tucked under one arm. The rest of the girls were waiting beside him. Ah, my favorite duo of the day. Glad you made it. The good news, the school didn't charge us for property damage. The bad news, well, let's call it character building.
Oh, really? Character building sounds suspiciously like detention.
Oh, no, detention's for troublemakers. This is education. He waves his clipboard like a wand. The microwave disaster area's been safely cleared, but I told the administration I'd handle the rest. Which means you guys are going to handle the rest.
So we're your unpaid labor.
Exactly! Teamwork makes the dream work, right? You've got this. He gives a quick salute, steps back, and vanishes down the hallway in his usual whirlwind exit. Inside the clubroom, the damage looked manageable. Mostly. Flour still dusted the cupboards, and faint scorch marks ghosted the countertop. How did that? The faint scent of smoke lingered beneath the sharp tang of cleaning supplies. Evelyn had already tied her hair up and was inspecting the cooking tools spread across the table, checking cords and utensils with the precision of a general before battle.
All right, team. Let's make this place shine again. And please, no one touch the microwave graveyard. It's still emotionally charged.
Aww. Daisy grabbed a mop and bucket,
kneeling by the far end of the room, scrubbing at the flour and cupcake remains that had crusted into the floor tiles. Her sleeves were rolled up, her determination almost heroic. Isabella had cleaned the walls, carefully wiping down the splattered streaks of batter and smoke stains. She worked methodically, jaws set, her movements sharp and graceful, like she was conducting a symphony of cleanup. Akemi sat cross-legged on a desk, earbuds dangling from one ear as she wiped each individual chair and desktop with quiet precision. Her expression was unreadable, but every so often she'd flick a crumb into the trash with surprising aggression. And Evelyn, ever the leader, moved between them all, double-checking the oven knobs, power cords, and fire extinguisher like a seasoned captain tending to her ship. The air buzzed with the soft rhythm of shared effort, the sound of cloth against wood, the occasional squeak of a mop bucket wheel, and the faint hum of Akemi's music. Slowly, the room began to resemble a kitchen again instead of a disaster site. The sun had begun to dip, washing the room in soft amber. The once chaotic kitchen now gleamed again, every corner wiped, every tool neatly arranged. It actually smelled clean, like lemon soap and a fresh start.
And that is how you turn a disaster into a miracle. Great work, team.
Yay. If we ever get kicked out of school, at least we can open a cleaning business.
Not with your technique. You missed an entire corner.
Hey, it's called artistic balance. Thank you very much.
You can't help but laugh. Even Isabella's lips twitch into the faintest smile before she turns away to hide it.
See? We've survived flower storms, smoke alarms, and emotional trauma. If that's not team spirit, I don't know what is.
I think she's right. I think she's right. I think she's right. Oh, sorry. I fell behind a little bit on chat. It's meds o'clock. Everyone remember to take your meds. 100% take your meds if you need to. Isabella, I've had to clean up after Guy Fieri dropped a gallon of mango habanero sriracha donkey sauce in one of the family's restaurants. This is nothing. The girls chuckle. There's an easy comfort in the air, the kind you only get after shared chaos. Guess it's official, huh? We're a real club now. In the sense that we nearly blew the school up and all needed each other as an alibi.
Yeah, the kind that burns things, bonds over it, and somehow makes it work.
They all share a quiet moment. The sound of the clock ticking fills the silence. Then Akemi, still seated by the window, cloth loosely dangling from her hand, finally speaks.
You guys really think we could keep this up?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh my god. Sorry.
I mean, it's nice now, but clubs like this, they don't last. People lose interest, and slowly, things change.
Her voice is calm, but there's a flicker of something else beneath it. Doubt, maybe. Or something heavier.
Hey, don't say that. We've got something good here. I can feel it.
Yeah, maybe.
She doesn't believe it for a second. She goes back to wiping the same spotless spot on the desk, her reflection caught in the fading light. The others resume chatting, lighthearted, carefree, but Akemi doesn't join in again. As laughter fills the room, you glance toward Akemi. She's quiet, her expression unreadable as she stares at the half-finished Cooking Club Recipe for Success poster on the wall. The sunlight fades to a gentle dusk, the orange glow slipping away. Something about her silence sticks with you. Something that doesn't feel right. Something worrying. To be continued, because every perfect moment has a crack. Some just take longer to show. Wee, that's scary. What the hell does that mean? cute. We're watching the credits, by the way. Sit down. Akemi, I'm sorry I betrayed you. Have been joining the crochet club behind your backs. Well, I mean, you know what? If Evelyn's in volleyball, then Akemi can be in crochet. I think. I mean, she has been sketching lately. I want them all to be pictures of Isabella so bad. The cliffhanger is... It's so damn good. You should knit more. Assuming you want to. Assuming that you want to. God, everyone did such a good job. Take a shot of it. We'll die. We'll die. We'll die. We'll die. What are you talking about? We'll die. What's up, Jedi? You okay? Jeez, Xander. I must seek confirmation from an outside source. Uh-oh. I know I need a hobby. I think this is your hobby, dude. I think this is your hobby. Almost as many credits in their production as so wild. Absolutely wild. And we are letting it just continue because, I don't know, I think everybody should be in here. It's important. I forgot there was a second wave. This is a lot of fun so far. I really like it. I think it's super cute. There's a second wave. I can see that. Though I wish, for my ear's sake, the volume was a bit more balanced. Yeah, I mean... we did what we could. I'm sorry. I did my best. The music is so good, too. That music jump scare near the end got you. Deep in emails. Liz. Liz. That was so fun. Thank you guys so much for being here with me to watch me play the first video game that I've ever been in. It was really fun. It's very cute and you did such a great job. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was really, really fun. I'm super excited for working on chapter 2. Okay, never mind my extreme reaction. Thought one of those names was someone I knew. There is someone you know. There's someone you know in those credits, Jedi. Don't you worry. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. Hopefully the little art book is interesting. It's totally up to you if you decide to show it on stream. Yeah, if you don't mind. I don't personally mind, as it's never been seen before. Okay, as long as you don't mind, because I didn't want to take that from you if you had like plans for it. I mean like a high school call. Oh. Our headcanon is she's dating Isabella. Oh. Well, that makes sense. Yay! I accept this headcanon. As you should. It's a solid headcanon. Fuck yeah. Yeah, fuck AI. Exactly. Read final notes. What's that? If you've reached the end of chapter 1, thank you, truly. What you've just played is only the beginning of the Cooking Club. This chapter is our first shared step into a story that started as a simple idea. A place where people come together, cook something warm, and maybe find a little comfort along the way. Every scene, every line, every note of music in this chapter was made with care, late nights, and a lot of heart. Seeing you here means more to us than we can properly put into words. The Cooking Club will continue to grow. We'll be updating the game regularly with new chapters, improvements, and extra moments we can't wait to share with you. Your feedback, support, and enthusiasm directly shape what this game becomes. If you'd like to be part of that journey, we'd love to have you with us. Join our... Oh yeah, that's right, there's a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you should. I'm in there. It's a good time. Yay! Let's see. Stay warm, stay kind, keep cooking with love. The Studio Z team. Find full credits. We watched full credits. Ah, hello. Hi, Cammy. Okay, let's see if I can get my hands on. Okay. Let's see what we've got. I got it. Okay, hang on just a second. I gotta download something. Don't you dare. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. You know what? For the sound, I'm keeping this specific thing up. But oh, okay. Let me see if I can switch this over real quick. Just a second. Will that show? Are you going to fight me? You might fight me. A little bit. Okay, hang on. I have another way. Maybe. There we go. Okay, let's try it like that. Good? Yeah! Alright, hang on. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Just gonna close in on our girls here. Perfect. Concept art! I've never seen these, so I'm really fucking pumped. Cooking Club origins, designing the girls and the club, the making of the Cooking Club. I need to put my phone on the charger before it dies. Isn't it crazy that I have two monitors, but I still use my phone to check chat? Wild times. Alright, here we go. Alexander, and I'd like to thank you personally for supporting the Cooking Club and checking out our concept art booklet. Support means the world to the creative minds behind the Cooking Club. This booklet is just a sweet treat that will take you through the game's development over the course of October 2024 to March 2026. Which is shocking, because that hasn't happened yet. If you're just simply interested in the girls or game development, we're sure you'll find some of the stuff inside this booklet interesting. I'll stop holding up your time now. We hope you enjoy. Let's do this. I want to see. Okay. The beginning of the club. The Cooking Club dates back to as early as 2020 when I was nothing more than a wannabe game developer. At the time, I was just wrapping up college after taking a few courses in media production. Though while I loved the art of writing and production, it never felt like my one true calling. Originally, I imagined the Cooking Club being a game that was actually much more like food conversations, except in a club setting where the main protagonist would get to learn more and more about their peers as they drop by the Cooking Club for a meal or two. Ooh. This idea would eventually change in July 2022 when I laid my hands on Lugame? Lunchtime Games Club after picking it up at a Steam sale. What originally began as just a joke between friends of mine that, me being the nerd I was, would totally form a gaming club back in high school, quickly turned into a deep passion for the arts of visual novel games and the stories that can be told within them. It was also around that time period that I got back into the world of DDLC. So then we skip, I'm sorry, I'm paraphrasing. There's a reason it says 2026. We have okay. We just don't openly say it. That's fair. That's so fair. Okay. So then we skip ahead to the year of October 2024. The day after my son was born, and I was on the come down of an extremely stressful night of waiting for the delivery of my first child. Exciting times. Studio Z was founded on the 24th of October 2024, and after deliberating with my co-creative director Asako at that time, we decided to reshape the Cooking Club into a dating sim that was heavily inspired by both Lugame and DDLC, and so the beginning and shaping of the Cooking Club had slowly started to come to fruition. Meet the club members. I never really had an initial idea on how the girls would shape out to be. I wasn't the world's biggest visual novel fan at this time, and I wasn't what some people call an anime watcher. So I just actually went off some Japanese stereotype? Oh, I see, like anime stereotypes that were fairly popularized. Daisy is the childhood best friend archetype, yup. Every notable anime or manga has one of these friends. It might be Anzu Hoshino or Tamako, oh gosh, Kitashirakawa? But this archetype, also known as... I'm terrible with this kind of thing, I'm so sorry if I fuck it up. As Osana Najimi, can be traced to be in just about every visual novel game, so Daisy was created first. She would also essentially become the mascot for the Cooking Club in many ways. Alongside Studio Z, I love her so much. Her design is everything to me. I love her. Akemi is our tsundere archetype. Tsunderes are beloved by all, and are notoriously known, even if you're not familiar with anime or manga. These are your Risa Koizumis or Asuka Soryus. These characters are well known for having tough exterior, who might be the silent type, but can pack a mean bark. So Akemi was the second character to be formed. Isabella is our Kudere archetype? I don't know if I'm familiar with this one. Kuderes are vicious and heartless. Isabella doesn't seem like that. Are vicious and heartless, with only a cold exterior to show. Sounds a lot like I non-exist. Oh good, we're getting I hate my wife lines in for people who aren't married. These characters are typically your Chizuru, Hishiro, or Misaka Ackerman. Isabella was the third character to be made, but there was a problem. Who would be the one character to stand out and lead the Cooking Club as the club president? So we didn't think far ahead. I heard there's this saying where people say leave the best to last, and I truly wish that was the excuse I could have made in development. Unfortunately, by the time we had crafted the 3 girls that the player would interact and eventually have the choice to romance, we realized that not a single one of them was equipped to lead the club. That's a very good point. Daisy was your best friend who joined the club with you after getting wrapped up in another one of your stupid ideas. Akemi was someone who had been at the club just a smidge longer than you, however unwilling she was at first. And Isabella was the exchange student. None of these girls could have possibly led the club, let alone could we change the development now that we had already begun work on character artwork. So after a night of multiple coffee runs, diaper changes, the joys of being a first-time parent at this time, and voice calls, we had finally worked out who our club president would be. Someone who was an overachiever. Someone who wanted to uphold school spirit and share her love for just about anything in the world, with as many people as she could. And so, Evelyn appeared. Asuka, the silent type. Yes, I miss my wife Tails. I miss her a lot. I love dragging my friends into my stupid ideas. Me too. That's the problem though, is that nobody's dragging when the 2 of us are holding hands skipping into a burning building. Meet Club President Evelyn. Compared to the other girls, Evelyn doesn't neatly fit into a typical character archetype. While she's definitely an overachiever, she isn't built around the usual anime stereotypes. Instead, her story is about growth, and with the player's guidance, she can begin to shift into a healthier mindset and lifestyle. That's exactly why Evelyn stands out so much. She isn't based on a trope, but on real experience. You know what is so funny? I hate to tell you this. Judging by everyone and their feedback, I would say that somehow Isabella came in the forefront. I'm sorry, Xander. Her character was inspired by someone I met back in high school when I was part of a lunchtime club. Someone who felt like the perfect blueprint for the kind of person Evelyn would become. She's intensely passionate, cares deeply about people around her, and puts the well-being of others first. She's also built up with a quiet strength over time, the kind that keeps a club standing strong no matter what tries to shake it. So after a final discussion with Studio Z's co-creative director at this time, we decided that Evelyn was the perfect fit to be the club president of the cooking club. And so our 4th and final girl was made and passed along to our sprite artist, Eki? Fun fact, Akemi and Evelyn's designs were actually meant to be reversed. Aww. So when you see Akemi, just know that her design was originally going to be the face of the cooking club, and Evelyn actually being the tsundere type, though this change was made closer to the beginning of development, coding and playtesting. That makes sense. I could see it. You know I'm right, Liz. You know I'm right. Designing the girls in the club. Yes! Oh my goodness, I'm so glad these are here. So this was the concept art that I saw first when I first auditioned. This was my first picture of Daisy that I ever saw, and the second I saw her, I was like, I love her. I would die for her. I'm gonna be honest. I know I voiced the best friend archetype. I usually don't go for the best friend archetype in dating games. Usually I don't. But I'm just so charmed by her. I mean, look at that face. She's so cute. I'm not an artist. I've never been an artist. Unless you consider scribbly drawings of stickmen and terrible attempts at observational art being an artist, but I would disagree. The original designs came from a few different iterations of notes and design mood boards I had made one night after heading home from an overnight trip back when I was originally working in sports media. Eventually, we had learned pretty quickly that with a team of only 2 at the time and no budget that we could spare due to having families and commitments, bringing the cooking club to life was going to be one of the biggest struggles. You can't bring a visual novel to life without any, well, visuals. Fortunately, we stumbled across some free-to-use assets that we originally planned to use if we couldn't secure funding. These assets were originally produced by Norineko Games, and fortunately for us was near enough to the splitting image of the ideas we had. though our original ideas were slightly different compared to the sprites we had originally used to produce and promote the game when we eventually approached Kickstarter and the wider event advertisement market. Luckily, I knew someone who is an artist. Oh, I haven't seen these. Around this time, myself and the small growing team by this point, we were a group of 3 with Medea, our art director, joining the fray, was somewhat concerned on what approach we would take to ensure we could not only have unique and stylized sprite assets with our games, but to even fund them. If you're a budding game developer, be warned that these things don't come cheap. No, they don't, and it shows. It shows. This shouldn't be cheap. Fortunately for us, Ecchi was more than willing to help and had begun work. Sorry. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. I'm sorry. Okay, that makes sense. I've been streaming and talking for 3 hours. If my stutter comes out at some point, no, it didn't. Ignore it. I had been more than willing to help and had begun doing work early despite us not even securing funding yet. If it wasn't for their initial support and willingness to see the project through with us in the early stages, we probably wouldn't even have our sprites. Daisy and Akemi here were produced pretty early on in development, with only Akemi's design getting a slight retweak later in development with her school attire and hair design. These were the initial concepts we got provided just as our Kickstarter began to ramp up, and some of you lovely people helped make our dreams come true by raising near triple our goal. You guys really are something. Yeah, people were excited for this. What changed in development? Most of the major design changes went to Akemi and Evelyn, as both of their looks evolved a lot during development to better match their personalities and role in the story. Isabella, on the other hand, stayed much closer to her original concept, with only a few smaller refinements to sharpen her overall appearance. Her hair was adjusted with a slightly darker tone to give her a more striking silhouette, and her uniform was redesigned to feel more structured and put together than the rest of the cast. It's a subtle detail, but it helps reinforce the way she carries herself, and it instantly sets her apart the moment she appears on screen. The same clean and composed style also carries into her casual design, keeping her look consistent no matter what setting. True. Aww. Look at them. Oh my gosh. I do love too that, like, she's got these winter tones and Akemi has like autumn tones. Daisy's a little more spring and Evelyn's kind of summery. Does that make sense? Final sprites. With our color palettes finalized and Ecchi working hard as our Kickstarter was wrapping up, we got to work on producing our final ideas for what our sprites would eventually look like. And these are the very sprites you will find to this day in the Cooking Club. Most noticeably, Akemi did receive her changes of having more noticeable freckles, more darker casual clothing aside from her school attire, and her hairstyle had been changed from her original design early in our development phase. Isabella's palette would eventually be applied to her casual outfit, separating herself from other cast of romanceable options within the Cooking Club, not just as a romance option, but especially when it came to her society status in the game. Though you'll need to play more if you haven't already to find out more. You'll need to play it if you haven't already to find out more. Sorry. Evelyn had a slight redesign, but not only a height change, but an increase in overall uniform design while being reshifted to match the other girls. We wanted to ensure that all core love interests would fit the same vibe with each other, with Daisy being the only standout love interest with her pink bows both in her hair and replacing her blue tie on her school uniform, though this isn't shown directly in the final sprite mock-up image, unfortunately. By this time, our art pipeline process Kickstarter had finally just ended, and we were now prepared to bring the girls to life. But we still had one more problem. Writing characters and mood boarding their designs is one thing, but environmental settings are a whole different ballpark. We were so invested in bringing these unique characters to life for our growing fan base at the time that we completely glossed over one very important detail. We still needed to actually build the world around them. At some point it hit us like, wait, where are they standing? As our budget started to increase, we assumed environments would be the easy part. Spoiler alert, they were not. We didn't realize just how quickly background art costs can add up once you start needing classrooms, hallways, kitchens, streets, club rooms, and all the smaller variations that make a setting feel alive. This isn't meant to scare anyone away from game dev either. It's just one of those moments where you learn the hard way and then laugh about it later. The good news is nobody should feel pressured into having everything custom made from day one. Free assets exist for a reason, and reaching out to artists or creators is always worth doing. Fortunately for us, our co-creative director at the time managed to find some usable assets that fit the vibe we were going for, which gave us a solid foundation to keep moving forward. Building the club. The core 4 girls in the cooking club each have their own unique route and pathing depending on whether you pursue them romantically or platonically. Even though those paths revolve heavily around the club itself, we knew we couldn't stop at the relationship side of things. We also had to think about how the club would actually feel to players when they first discover it, and why it would matter enough for them to stick around. I love this. It's exactly how their palettes were. Oh, hell yeah! There we go! Oh, I feel smart now. A little bit. Originally, the game started with the main character simply looking for an excuse to escape classes. With the cooking club on the verge of shutting down and desperately searching for members to survive, the protagonist decided to join as a way to dodge school life rather than face it. It worked as a setup, but as development went on, it didn't match the tone we wanted for the story, or the kind of character we wanted players to connect with. That's why it was later retconned into something more grounded and personal. From the beginning, it's established that the main character attends weekly counseling sessions with Mr. Alexander Kirk, who helps you figure out where you're at in life through a small quiz about your mindset, goals, and what you want from your final year at Ashridge City High. This shift was made joining the cooking club feel far more organic, while still keeping the club's stakes intact. It's still on the edge of closure, but with Akemi, Daisy, and the protagonist showing up, the club finally has a fighting chance, and the main character later convinces Isabella to tag along during the prologue, completely unaware of her very unique family history with the culinary world. On the topic of reasonings, Mr. Kirk, or Mr. K, and your relationship with him actually plays a much deeper role than it first appears. While the game definitely pokes fun at him and leans into the humor, it's made pretty clear that you're one of his most regular visitors, and that he often goes out of his way to protect you. Whether it's helping you dodge detentions or stepping in when things get messy, Mr. K always seems to have your back in a way that feels more personal than just teacher helping student. It's never fully explained how far that relationship really goes, but a lot of the fanbase has come to believe that Mr. K is a family friend of the protagonist, and honestly, it's something we've rolled with. I could see that. Are we confirming that as canon? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Let's not get too sidetracked. What we can talk about is the quiz you take with Mr. K at the start of the game. It isn't just a throwaway scene, it's more like a personality test you'd see in games like Fallout, where your answers would normally shape your stats and playstyle. Stats were originally planned for the cooking club too, but realistically, we just didn't have time to implement them properly. Instead, these early choices act as your pathing, and they subtly point you towards a route that fits your vibe. One leans into Daisy, one into Akemi, one into Isabella, and one into Evelyn. And then there's the option for players who are just too chill to care. We call it the lazy personality internally, but it's more commonly seen as the independent route. There you go, Jedi, we've got an ace route. Doodles. Over the course of development, we've had a lot of fun, not only with the girls' designs, but with the art process as a whole. Across the next few pages, you'll find a collection of some of the fun and unique drawings Etchi produced during development, alongside a few sketches that were created exclusively for Aurora Volpe VT and Clinia. They were
two of Studio Z's original content partners back in the early days, before our creator program grew into what it is today. We hope you enjoy. Aw, we got a Kemi. She's so cute. Oh, I forgot about these. I forgot about these. These float around the Discord sometimes. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. Aww. These are adorable. Isabella. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I don't have a whole lot to add here. I just think it's really cute. Oh, these are adorable. There's Isabella. Goodbye. It's a saying I've always loved, and you might be familiar with it too. All paths lead to Rome. I've never heard that. Unfortunately, you found your way to Rome, and it's time for us to bid adieu. We can't share everything in just one book, but we hope you've enjoyed this small taste of what the past few years of pre-development and then full development have looked like behind the scenes. In the final pages, you'll find concept art presented in a much larger format, so you can take your time, look closer, and really appreciate the thought that went into every piece. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Thank you for reading, and thank you for joining us on this journey through our concept art. Yours truly, Xander. Oh, do we get... Oh my gosh. Bro, these are so cute. These are some of my favorite. I can see why. They're adorable. I love seeing like the early plannings too, because you can see where it's different now. Like Daisy now has ribbons, and Akemi has a different hair tie. Oh, I love this. With pants. Oh, there she is. I feel like I remember seeing something like this in Discord before. One or two of the girls' like casual outfits. Oh, so cute. I also kind of love how like the thought for the shoes was put in, even though like at current times we do not have any full body shots of them, but like you still fully have the shoes ready. I love that. Spoon. So true. Makes me want to dye my hair pink again. Evelyn. Nikani.
Is that a cut line, Xander? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. Oh, it's crazy to see the difference now. From then to now. So cute. Thank you so much for letting me go over this in stream, Xander. That was very cool of you, and I loved seeing all of the concept art. It's absolutely beautiful. The artist did an incredible job. It is. I thought so. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Like, full disclosure, I did not realize... Xander, I don't think you meant to, but you kind of shadow dropped Cooking Club a little bit. I didn't know it was going to come out last night, and it did. So, originally, I was going to lay real low until Valentine's Day, because on Valentine's Day, Liz and I are doing a stream together that you should come to. I don't care if you go to my stream, if you go to Liz's stream, I just want to see you there. It's going to be really fun. And I'm going to really test Liz's love for me. This is going to be a speed run of, can I get her to block me? So we'll see how that goes. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I would know. Don't say that yet. Don't say that yet. You haven't seen what I have planned. Are we gonna talk about, do you want to talk about what it is, or do we want to keep like it completely under wraps until it happens? We ate hot dogs together. We bonded for life. He's so true. Those were really good hot dogs too. Ooh, good question. We don't have to talk about it, but like if you want to talk about it, we can just drop like what it is. But we don't have to. What do you want to do? Go for it? Alright. The power of the Jedi. Jedi. Come on, bro. So, me and Liz are going to be doing a ranked tier list. But it is Valentine's Day. So what we're doing is each of us has written out a list of our hear me outs, and we are going to send each other our lists, and then we have to rank each of the characters that's on those lists. And I thought that that was a great idea for Valentine's Day. It's perfect, you know? And that was gonna be my return stream, so maybe this is a little more tame than what I was initially planning on coming back with. Exactly, it does sound chaotic, that's the whole point. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Every week, Jade sends me the most ominous messages. They get increasingly more ominous as time goes on. I have literally basically just been biting the back of my hand to keep myself from just telling you stuff. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be cursed as hell. It's gonna be so fun. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me for today. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming and hanging out and watching. I know it's been like quite a while since I've been live, so I really appreciate that you came to hang out with me and watch me play through a video game that I'm in. It's been really, really fun. Yeah, so if you come back like 2 weeks from now, you get to see something really fucking horrendous. So think of this as like the pre-planned bomb over the gunshot wound to the abdomen that will happen on Valentine's Day, if you will. Yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Again, thank you for hanging out. Xander, thank you so much for hanging out and sending me the concept art booklet. That was really cool of you. I do appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody.